people that just get so involved with YouTube, it takes a real terrible turn for their mental health. It's affected Libby, who I know in real life, but I've seen it affect other people. I worry about, and no hate to Crystal Crime Time, but I worry about her because I've heard her say some things on her channel that has me seriously concerned that it's not true. And so it's okay to take breaks, guys. It's okay to have to walk away from your YouTube channel if you feel like it's your real life comes first, always.
It was a strange feeling for sure.
Yeah, it's weird. So
yeah,
you felt that way too.
I went there. I went there by myself to just ride the area because it really puts things in perspective from seeing it on YouTube or on a map. When you're actually there seeing it for yourself, it really is a game changer to be there and to see all the things. But when I rode by there, I went there at night the first time just to ride by there. And it really is kind of spooky at night because those roads are so winding and it is pitch dark out there. You can't see anything. But when I went the next morning at 9:00, somebody told me that they had Ben Hill blocked off. So I rode out there, and that wasn't true.
Was that
then I went back that was that was on Wednesday morning, the day of the vigil.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like,
we were told that there were people sitting out at Candace's driveway blocking Ben Hill, but that wasn't true. I didn't even pass a car when I was out there at all. So I didn't get out of the car. But I just kind of stopped and rolled my window down, just kind of observed everything. And it was that feeling of urgency. It really kind of brought me to tears because the feeling was so overwhelming sitting there at the bottom of their driveway. It was overwhelming. I went on down Ben Hill. It kind of subsided. And when I went to the other places, like I went down Light Hollow, and I just want to say that the girls that were with me, there were 6 of us in 2 different vehicles. And when we went down that road, one of them got in the other car had a stomach ache. One of them started feeling sick to their stomach and nauseated.
Yeah.
And in my vehicle, I just felt a real heaviness, like. The further we went down, the more intense the feeling got. And then we almost got ran off the road by this guy flying through there on his truck. He almost hit me head on. And there was a guy on a lawnmower, which he stopped on his lawnmower. And then he just watched us go down the road and he just sat there on his lawnmower. And then there was a guy on the front porch and he just kind of gave us the eye, and I was thinking, we have to get out of here. But I wanted to see when I went to the end of Light Hollow how really close that was to Ben Hill. And on my car's GPS, I could see the checkered flag at 110 Ben Hill Road. And it was the arrow on Light Hollow was literally touching that.
Yeah.
It was just so close.
Yeah. Cam brings me to the end of this road, and we get down there, and there's basically nowhere to turn around at all.
Right.
You got to like drive onto somebody's property back out. It was ridiculous. And he says, "Oh, that's Don Sharfie's place." I said, "I just backed my car onto Don Sharfie's property." Dude, what are you doing to me? Like, I was baffled. Like, no, don't bring me to Don Sharfie's place. Yep.
Yeah, we went by there too.
That's the parking area. Hold on. I can tell you exactly. Let me pull you up on my computer.
It definitely does make you have a nauseated feeling. That I just thought that was really weird. That just because I didn't get that in a lot of other places, but there is a when all of us started feeling that way at the same time, I just felt like that was really unusual because I'm like, what are the chances? I wonder if anybody else that's ridden down here that feels the same way. And then when I started talking to people, they were telling me they had the same experience. And I thought, well, that is interesting. So I feel like it's something that's telling us something.
Now
Like,
this
don't leave.
trail,
There's something here. I don't know.
People that just get so involved with YouTube, it takes a real terrible turn for their mental health. It's affected Libby, who I know in real life, but I've seen it affect other people. I worry about, and no hate to Crystal Prime Time, but I worry about her because I've heard her say some things on her channel that has me seriously concerned that it's not true. And so it's okay to take breaks, guys. It's okay to have to walk away from your YouTube channel if you feel like it's your real life comes first, always.
I wish I could control this video. I'm going to open this on my screen too, because I want to show you exactly.
Okay, he's going towards Beach Creek actually right now.
Go
a little bit faster.
Well, no, if you go slower and rewind it a bit, because it's near the driveway. That feeling is near the driveway.
Okay.
Right.
Right
Right.
there. Right on
Yeah.
your right hand side. Come. Okay. Get that thing off the screen. Oh, crap. Right there. Stop. Stop. Okay. Do you see where the Y is?
Mm-hmm.
It's right there.
Yeah.
The Y letter on driveway. If you back it up like 10 seconds, it's like right there.
That's where I pulled over at on the side of the road. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like right there.
What did I do?
You're doing all kinds of stuff.
I don't know if you can see my mouse.
Yeah. Just a tiny bit back. Yeah, right there. Right there where the Y is. Directly there. Mm-hmm.
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where the Y is. Driveway. See what your Y is?
Yeah, that's where I
Right
had pulled over.
Mm-hmm. No, the
The
Y
word
is
Right in
driveway.
the area.
not beyond. There you go. Right there. That area right there. So from there.
Wow.
Now what?
People that just get so involved with YouTube, it takes a real terrible turn for their mental health. It's affected Libby, who I know in real life, but I've seen it affect other people. I worry about, and no hate to Crystal Prime Time, but I worry about her because I've heard her say some things on her channel that has me seriously concerned that it's not true. And so it's okay to take breaks, guys. It's okay to have to walk away from your YouTube channel if you feel like it's your real life comes first, always.
Watch this. Watch the dogs. The dogs just came out.
Now, do they go
of this area?
Do they run that way? Straight down? No, that's Dobbs area.
I believe they did.
You're pointing to Dobbs area now. If you keep playing it, are they running past the mailbox the other way or towards Beach Creek?
Okay, they're just. But look, there's a shoe.
Hold
in
on.
the dog's mouth.
I need to. Summer's scent ended just beyond the dogs who are out the driveway, so just past the mailbox.
People that just get so involved with YouTube, it takes a real terrible turn for their mental health. It's affected Libby, who I know in real life, but I've seen it affect other people. I worry about, and no hate to Crystal Prime Time, but I worry about her because I've heard her say some things on her channel that has me seriously concerned that it's not true. And so it's okay to take breaks, guys. It's okay to have to walk away from your YouTube channel if you feel like it's your real life comes first, always.
Ah,
Somerset went down this trail, fading on the road. Somerset ended just beyond the dogs who were at the driveway. So you see how that the trees on your left go up? That's
yes.
dog's property. Can you imagine?
No.
Like, how are you even going to get anything up there, sir? I don't know, but because that feeling went that way, down that way, not this way towards Beach Creek. It went the other way.
Up here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm going to pull up maps for a second.
People that just get so involved with YouTube, it takes a real terrible turn for their mental health. It's affected Libby, who I know in real life, but I've seen it affect other people. I worry about, and no hate to Crystal Crime Time, but I worry about her because I've heard her say some things on her channel that has me seriously concerned that it's not true. And so it's okay to take breaks, guys. It's okay to have to walk away from your YouTube channel if you feel like it's your real life comes first, always.
CCT is calling the TBI. Who is CCT?
Crystal's Crime Time.
Yeah.
Why? Why is she about what?
Me, Scott, and Shay.
But nobody's doing anything wrong. We're looking at the video that Dawn Wells officially put out.
She's been on it all day.
About what?
She's been on it for a while, ever since she attacked Squall about her story.
Okay.
It's been a mess for sure.
It's heartbreaking.
It really is.
So that's I've probably seen this video 10 times. And I don't even remember. That's why I'm like, wait, what? What is going on? I don't know.
She has now doxed 3 people claiming that they are me.
Well, but we're not even talking about her. So what is happening right now? Nobody's talking about her.
I have not talked about her. I did my video before Summer's Day, about 2 to 3 days before Summer's Day. I did my video to address it. And then I have not said anything until today, and she has been nonstop. She has doxed more locals. She targeted locals that were in my Facebook group. I've got a Facebook group called The Length of My Mind. She has targeted people in that. She targeted a man that commented on one of her community posts when she put out I think it was about Jody Sue's sister, Amy. It's one of Amy's friends. She's targeted him.
Gosh.
Yeah, I had the same exact feeling, and
did.
it's weird, yes. So I never even told anybody. This was back July, I think at the 27th, something like that in July when it first happened. And the reason I don't think it's overwhelming, like from everything I know about Summer and everything, because I didn't really know much about Summer. All I knew was we had the same birthday, and I just had this overwhelming feeling to go find her.
Yeah.
And I had the weird feeling at the driveway, and at that time they was really monitoring everything. But I did get out for a minute, and I felt so weird, and it's like the feeling I had was like heavy, like something happened right there.
Like,
And that's before we knew every single thing too, and that's what's so weird about it.
You know, at the Solomon's Temple, if you notice that peak in the background, that is called Devil's Nose in
Yeah,
Rogersville. And there
yeah.
is there's actually some folklore behind that. The story says that apparently a young boy went missing while there, because that's a very popular area, I guess, where people hike. And I guess there was some people that were on the mountain that day, and a young boy went missing. And so they had a big search to try to find him, and they didn't find him. And when they went back to the family to ask if they knew where he might be, they said, "Well, only the devil knows."
oh,
And I
Yeah.
was so creeped out when I read this story about it. We stood there at the church and we just looked at the devil's nose, and I was thinking, isn't that something, that there's a story, and Beach Creek and Ben Hill are at the base of
yeah,
this place where there's this storyline that goes along with this area. And
I have.
I talked about it on my live last night, and I just thought, okay, I'm done. It's time to get back to town so
I think
I
that's
can rest
why
my mind.
I think that's why Don keeps getting religion, because he feels it too.
As soon as
I,
I
it's just a heavy presence in just the area. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
I
not like
think
any
that's why
place I've
Don
been.
wanted to move to Utah, was to get away from that feeling, maybe.
It's possible. There's a lot of stuff I think, that has gone on in that area, and people don't talk about it. But I think people feel that there's been some things that have transpired in that area that's probably not good.
People that just get so involved with YouTube, it takes a real terrible turn for their mental health. It's affected Libby, who I know in real life, but I've seen it affect other people. I worry about, and no hate to Crystal Crime Time, but I worry about her because I've heard her say some things on her channel that has me seriously concerned that it's not true. And so it's okay to take breaks, guys. It's okay to have to walk away from your YouTube channel if you feel like your real life comes first, always.
Oh, Justice for All is saying he doesn't believe like the whole thing, and neither do I. Like, I was so against all the paranormal, the psychics. I mean, if anybody watched my channel, y'all know how I felt about that. I'm like, don't even bring it in here.
I agree. I mean, because I believe in Jesus. I just don't really get down with that kind of thing. But when you get this feeling, I think in order to believe in the Lord, you got to believe in the evil, because they're both real.
Yeah.
And I think, it is that definitely it is.
Yeah, we all have energy. The whole world is full of energy. We're all made up of vibrations and you know what I mean? So that's what we're feeling,
100%.
some kind of
And
energy.
I didn't feel any evil at all. I felt a very heavy
energy,
a very deep. It wasn't just a surface, like, oh, it was deep. Like,
now, I did feel that on Light Hollow. I'll go ahead and tell you, I didn't feel that necessarily on Ben Hill, but when we went down Light Hollow, that was a whole different feeling. It was 10 levels above everything. It was so escalated, like everybody in 2 different vehicles. We had 4 people in one vehicle and 3 people in another, and every one of us were sick. And we're sick for about an hour after that trip down that road.
Wow.
It was I never want to go back down there again. Not on that road. No. Miss me with that. Miss me with that. Because I'm telling you, that is not a good place to be. And everybody had 24-hour surveillance on their property. They lived in these rundown homes, but they sure were driving some fancy brand new convertible sports cars.
Well,
And
people that just get so involved with YouTube, it takes a real terrible turn for their mental health. It's affected Libby, who I know in real life, but I've seen it affect other people. I worry about, and no hate to Crystal Crime Time, but I worry about her because I've heard her say some things on her channel that has me seriously concerned that it's not true. And so it's okay to take breaks, guys. It's okay to have to walk away from your YouTube channel if you feel like it's your real life comes first, always.
Big backed up trucks. It was quite interesting. It was all beat all I ever seen.
Most of the time when you live out in the country, you do have a very nice vehicle because you have to have a good one, you know what I mean? But not no convertible.
No, this was a brand new convertible sports car, and I was thinking, boy, that looks really out of place right there. What's going on here? It just, I don't know. I got the weirdest vibes. And then when the two guys came down the road, one was a red, like a Dodge Ram truck, and it was jacked up on these huge wheels, and he was flying down the road. And I was thinking back to that video where Don was driving. Y'all, everybody drives like that. That's a local down those roads. It is crazy.
That truck, it's like up with black wheels, really nice black wheels.
Just, I don't know. I got the weirdest vibes. And then when the two guys came down the road, one was a red, like a Dodge Ram truck, and it was jacked up on these huge wheels, and he was flying down the road. And I was thinking back to that video where Don was driving. Y'all, everybody drives like that. That's a local down those roads. It is crazy.
That truck, it's like up with black wheels, really nice black wheels. Is that
the jacked up Ram truck?
The red one, yeah.
Yes. And then the truck behind it was a white, looked like a work truck, and he was the one who almost hit me head on because those
people that just get so involved with YouTube, it takes a real terrible turn for their mental health. It's affected Libby, who I know in real life, but I've seen it affect other people. I worry about, and no hate to Crystal Crime Time, but I worry about her because I've heard her say some things on her channel that has me seriously concerned that it's not true. And so it's okay to take breaks, guys. It's okay to have to walk away from your YouTube channel if you feel like it's your real life comes first, always.
That's how my road is now. You got to pull over.
Well, Bargo, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that if somebody lives in the country and their house isn't as fancy as mine, they're not allowed to have a nice car. I'm just saying it looked very out of place.
Right.
It looked very out of place.
For fancy.
When your car costs more than your
I'm
house.
from the country where people don't have a lot of money, where I grew up. And, I mean, you just, my intuition says different. So it's not a judgment about that. It just seems really
the company
weird.
that pulled up, probably. You know what I mean?
It just, I don't know. I just had questions, because
there's a reason why I said.
Because remember, everybody that lives on that road this was the house, I think, that was beside of Frank Light's where this car was sitting. So, it was. I just felt like it was just unusual.
People that just get so involved with YouTube, it takes a real terrible turn for their mental health. It's affected Libby, who I know in real life, but I've seen it affect other people. I worry about, and no hate to Crystal Prime Time, but I worry about her because I've heard her say some things on her channel that has me seriously concerned that it's not true. And so it's okay to take breaks, guys. It's okay to have to walk away from your YouTube channel if you feel like it's your real life comes first, always.
I'm not gonna eat a pork chop and get all in my feelings. I'm not gonna eat a pork chop and get all in my feelings. I'm not gonna eat a pork chop and get all in my feelings. Say, baby. Oh, yeah, baby. What's up, Alicia? What's up, Crimes? What's up, Brandy? Hey, 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 hey. Hey, baby. Man, I'm on this new Mac. So forgive me if everything is just lightning fast. You understand me? You understand me? America, what's up, baby? So consistency. This is the bedroom of consistency, accountability. Yeah. You understand me? I don't feel like dealing with this.
Oh, making a difference.
I may have grabbed the wrong video, guys. Hold on. I think that was mainly music. I might have to redo that one. We'll take that one out for now. I'll come back with the one I was looking for tomorrow. Let's move on to chasing, though. Tiffany, where were you when I tried to cover all this? While you and Benny were announcing my lawsuits because I came back covering all of this? Fucking weird as fuck, dude. Okay. Oh, and Duchess, the things you said and Chasing said, y'all still weird as fuck in my opinion. Okay. You need a vacation, bitch. A long one. Maybe in prison.
I've got the TBIs up here. It says, below is an updated list of frequently asked questions regarding the investigation. Is this considered a cold case? No. Investigative work continues to occur almost daily. Is the Amber Alert still active? Yes, an Amber Alert remains active until a child is located. When was Summer last seen? Her mother reports last seeing her on the afternoon of June 15th at their home in the 100 block of Ben Hill Road. In order to preserve the integrity of the investigation, we will not provide additional information regarding the timeline. Have you searched the home and property around the residence? Yes, more than once, including the basement, crawl space, all vehicles, outbuildings, barrels, and other items located on the property. Additionally, canine teams specializing in a variety of search methods have also been utilized. Have you searched the phones and computers belonging to the Wells family? Yes, working along the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and the FBI, numerous subpoenas and search warrants have been obtained, resulting in any available digital evidence being collected, searched, and documented. This includes social media accounts. Have you analyzed cell phone data? Yes, cell phone data and cell tower data have been analyzed. Have you searched the flower bed? Yes, or there was not a flower bed. Summer's mother and grandmother stated that she was planting flowers with him shortly before she was last seen. The flowers were planted in pots, and yes, the pots were examined. How many ground searches have been conducted? 3 large-scale searches have occurred. Dozens of other targeted searches have been conducted over the last year as a result of investigators following up on leads. Have you searched waterways in the area? Yes, dive teams were brought in to search bodies of water in the area on several different occasions. Have you conducted aerial searches? Yes, numerous searches from the air have been completed. Additionally, drones were used to map the area and to pinpoint bodies of water as well as any other points of interest. Will additional searches be conducted? Investigators will continue to search points of interest as they are developed, as well as follow up on all tips regarding Summer's whereabouts. Have you collected and reviewed surveillance video? Yes, we've collected surveillance photos and videos from a variety of locations. Additionally, the entire area was canvassed in an effort to locate any residential cameras that weren't voluntarily reported. Please keep in mind that the Beach Creek area of Hawkins County is very rural, with very few businesses and no traffic cameras. Have you questioned the parents? Yes, both have been questioned more than once. Have you questioned others that were in the home at the time Summer went missing? Yes, Summer's brothers has been interviewed along with others who stayed in the home in the months before her disappearance. That's important there, so TBI is acknowledging that there was others that stayed in the home months before her disappearance. So that would something to consider. Have you questioned neighbors and searched their properties? Yes. I've got some questions about that as far as the standing of that now. I'm going to talk to Penny about that before we talk about that on air.
I would be interested kind of in that conversation because
These are some old conversations that were had between Penny and the neighbor in September and what the neighbor regarded then. But I'm going to talk to Penny about that first.
I'm curious about that myself because I know what she's told me in the beginning before her first interview on YouTube.
We may have to talk offline, you and Penny and I. Have you questioned registered sex offenders in the area? Yes. Is there evidence that Summer was abducted? None that we've developed at this stage. However, we continue to investigate all possibilities. Is the FBI involved? Yes, they've been involved since the Amber Alert was issued. Additionally, in the first week, the FBI Child Abduction Rapid Deployment CARD team responded to the area. FBI agents continue to assist with the investigation. Why did you release information about the Toyota truck? An individual who travels through the area regularly as part of his job stated that he recalls possibly seeing a 1998 to 2000 maroon or red Toyota Tacoma with a full bed ladder rack and white buckets in the truck bed. The individual stated that the truck might have been parked in the area of Beach Creek Road and Ben Hill Road in the late afternoon to early evening on either Monday, June 14th or Tuesday, June 15th. That vehicle was not captured on surveillance cameras. In an effort to cover all bases and identify the driver, the TBI, in agreement with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and the FBI, released the vehicle description. Our hope was that the individual might have information that could help the investigation. The driver has not come forward, nor have the hundreds of vehicles reported to us as matching the description panned out. Hundreds of vehicles reported. So they don't say anything. They gave an update. Last update to this was March 2nd, 2022. The investigation into the disappearance of Summer Wells remains active and ongoing. This week, teams returned to Hawkins County as part of a planned search that focused on previously identified areas of interest. Additionally, agents and detectives continue to follow up on potential leads. We ask anyone with credible firsthand information regarding Summer's disappearance to call 1-800-TBI-FIND. And that, let's see, I'm just going to scan over and see.
What happened here? Why did it go quiet?
I'm just scanning through there.
Just them.
quickly to see if I can see anything that I mentioned in any other vehicle. I don't really.
Karen, that's a serious question. We got to ask this for Jody Sue. We got to clear it up. Are you threatened? Do I come to your community? Do I harm you? Do I cause you harm? Do I harass you? Do I hurt you in any manner? Has anybody from your community threatened you because of me? Because apparently I've put your whole community in a whole bunch of harm. Allegedly, from Jody Sue. See that, Jody? Have you heard anybody else in the community say that I have had them threatened to be unalived or harmed in any sort of way? Just thought we'd clear that up. Oh, happy holidays, she's got the Jack. Thank you for stopping by, honey. We'll talk soon. I still got some things. Yeah, we got to talk soon. All right, let's put this back on. I'm not even listening because I'm sitting here laughing with you guys, making my one call. That is all video for that. Yeah, really, dude, she done lost it. The accusations are flying even more and more and more. I can't take it no more. It's just hysterical. I know, Lady Orenholler, you guys get mad, but I just find it, maybe because I've already been mad to the point that I can't be mad any longer, that I just find it hysterical. It's so funny to sit back and listen as her list, each time a creator makes her mad, she just comes on and just adds to the list. It could be a creator nobody ever heard of. Like they did something in some kind of storyline that, oh my God, hate's a strong word, Holler. It's close. Yeah, she adds. The list just gets long. I have them up too. I have 3 hours of stuff here. I don't even know what I put in here. I just went through and put Chasing and Penny's name and different names in my chat and just popped shit on. But I found Tiffany was asking for people who have video of Chasing that's been taken down, talking about her trips. The video I talked about last night was actually Chasing's first trip down there, where she was there with cracking cases, and I believe I hear Yennefer in the background. We could play that too if you guys want. This shit is just insane. The stories are insane, and you hear Duchess, and it almost feels like Chasing is taking parts of Duchess's story. Are they for real? People were chasing him through the haulers. Like, them roads are so thin and narrow. Could you imagine? You think Jody got upset because Benny said I was a prettier hauler bunny than her? I love you, Karen. She lies about all of us. What the hell is she doing over there? Is she really crazy, or is this distraction? What the fuck is she doing? And then you got Tiffany. Whoo, man. Let's just let this play for a little bit. I'm going to light my cigarette and smoke it, and then I'll be right back because I need a drink of water. These people, this is a hoot. This is funny. What's going on right now is absolutely hysterical. I can't, even the prayer garden shit. Like, I can't. Do you know Ro, Lady, or we'll talk about that. Remind me to talk about the comment Ro left me.
See anything that's changed over they gave the last update on June 15th, which is the one that we just heard, on the news from the other day from Leslie and Ronnie.
So they don't specifically say the three trimmers, but
No.
I'm sure they would have had to have. Yeah, somebody just asked me in the chat why I would be up here. with Scott, who calls women bad names, because Scott is very familiar with this area. And somebody asked me today, who would I say? I don't even know what the question was exactly.
Well, let me put an end to this right quick, Chasing.
Sure.
Why would Scott call women bad names? Scott does not or has not ever called a woman a bad name just willy-nilly out of his mouth. Is it the correct thing to call women bad names? Probably, yeah. But do I just do it on a whim, just out of the blue? No. I normally do it because the woman that gets called the bad name is being the bad name or acting like the bad name that I'm calling her.
I've called a couple of bad
Quit,
names.
quit saying. You can go listen to these same women that you talk about me calling bad names, use the exact same terms or worse that I've ever called any woman. And they call women that and men that. The very same women. So get off of your double standard. When you come at somebody, I'm not, and everybody says Scott never goes against men. He only goes against women. No, I've went against Benny Keys. I went against Ernie for a short period of time. I've went against Doug. I've went against Cam. I've went against AB. Quit seeing what you want to see. Quit twisting stories and making a narrative because it's untrue. When somebody comes at me rudely accusing me of something, I don't care if you are a man or a woman, chances are good you're going to get a reaction based upon what you come at me with. Just like I've explained many times, I know what the vocabulary that I use means.
Guys, I'm just puzzled. Like, why are they covering the things they started attacking me for? Like the lawsuits right after I came out with all of this, like I was agreeing with them. It's so ridiculous. Can somebody tell me what kind of bipolar these motherfuckers are? Is it just me? Do other people see this? They've been on here calling me crazy. I'm sitting here rolling one and chit-chatting with you guys because I can't. This day, listen. Whew, I couldn't fall asleep this afternoon. I had so much on my mind. I don't know why I allow this fucking Jody Sue to preoccupy my fucking mind. I don't. So I laid in bed for hours and I'm having some like sinus lung issues. It's because I smoke and I have heart failure. Not saying anything. I just had a hard time falling asleep this morning. So I'm laying in bed and I'm sitting there thinking about all of this. Like, what kind of fucking sense does this make? How are they working with but working against these people? If they're even working together. Are these people all just accusing each other of working together and are really just a bunch of people that all started talking and met up and did some crazy stupid shit that got themselves almost killed? Or are these stories made up? Why are they fabricating these stories? It's coming from all three sides, 4 or 5 sides, because you're throwing Jody in there. My head is spinning. And then you got Prayer Garden and Roe. I'm so sick of her. I'm so sick of her. She's like a fly that you can't get to go the fuck away. Like, you can't even catch her with the fucking fly swatter. Like, here's the truth. My mouth is going to go running about her because I'm about sick of her throwing fucking accusations at me, too. I don't know if that bitch has figured out how I operate, but I don't talk behind the scenes with people no more, and I haven't since 2022. So I've tried to be nice to you. I've allowed you to come into my chat even when you don't get along with my chatters. You come over here, you attack. You don't know how to be nice. Get the fucking eggplant out of your mouth and kiss my whole ass. Ain't nobody working against you. I didn't take your fucking channel down, nor do I even give a fuck about your meth addict ass. Okay? In my opinion. I'm speculating. The teeth show a tail of a fucking crack pipe. Okay? Oh, sorry. It came out. I've been trying to be nice and ignore her because I think she got some fucking problems, but I can't deal with her no more. She gonna quit coming to my damn comment section and accusing me of taking down her channel and doing this and doing that. I give no fucks about you. She really left me a comment that said some shit like, I was near 3,000 subs. Was you getting jealous? Huh? Bitch, I had 4,000 subs at one time. My channel's going to go up because people are finally starting to listen. You weren't even around back then. And I know nothing about you. I haven't even paid attention to the stupid shit you do unless it's something I want to laugh at. Like a song or something somebody made. Other than that, I can give one fuck less about you. I think you matter to nobody for nothing. Take your ass back to the fucking crack house with your crack ass. There we go. Oh, and Prayer Garden's over there. I did catch finally one of her lives a little bit over there simping for her. She never did anything wrong. Are you kidding me? Have you seen the way that lady came out on YouTube? Oh, God. She's mad that she's attacked big creators and small ones. Their subs probably all reported her. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I ain't got shit to do. Maybe her shit just got taken down because YouTube said you're a nasty bitch. The shit she says. That shit don't got nothing to do with me. I don't even watch her videos. I tried to be nice to her several times. I guess because I jumped up on Andrew's panel the other day, which in all honesty was just for light fun. I talked a little bit of shit, but it was just to say hi, and I hadn't been on panel in a while, and I was up and I was laughing at them. They were all screaming, and I thought, hey, I don't want people to be screaming this early in the morning, so it was my morning. It was like 1 PM. So let's go up and I'll burn one with them. And I smoked a joint and I got off when my joint was gone. She broke terms of service over and over. Yeah, see? That's what I'm saying. She gonna quit coming to my chat sections because I ain't do shit to her. I don't even know that lady. You guys all know her real name and shit. I could give a fuck less. I can't even understand her. She came to YouTube whispering to a microphone. Much like Jody Sue. Oh, fuck. Her new channel is Ada King Remain Calm. No, she got me today from, let me tell you the name. Hold on, let me look. See if I can find it. Raven Rose Rise 00. Her comment is pretty little insecure. I had 3,000 subs. Did that make you nervous? That's what it was. I replied, huh? Because I didn't even think about it. And then I was like, oh, that's right. Her channel got taken. I was like, nervous of what? I ain't never been in your crazy shit. Go ahead with yourself. Like, I about had it with that woman. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, Raven Rose Rise now. Told you guys I got a cold. My lungs are all fucked up. I foresee a hospital visit in my future. They're going to put me on that fucking IV LASIK shit. I hate that shit. I hate the shit I take at home, let alone when they put it in an IV. Okay, let me put this back on.
And if I use an extremely harsh word towards you, then my intention is for it to have an extremely harsh effect on you because you are coming at me extremely harshly.
See, my whole thing is that the question in itself.
Scott, I said I didn't believe Squall's story. That's not coming at you at all. If anything, you attacked me in my chat. Nobody came at you. You came at me. You came at me sideways in my chat. You came at me sideways on your panel. You came at me sideways on Ziggy's. You came at me sideways on Squall's. You came at me sideways on, I believe, CSI's. Like, it's never fucking ending with you. Do you understand that? So all the shit I did back to you tenfold, fuck you. In all honesty. With your nasty, perverted ass, because this was about me. They were speaking about me here. And you know what? I'll come at you sideways again with your fucking broken ass fucking face, bitch. In my opinion.
Is irrelevant to what we were talking about, right? So
Well, I would have.
If you can come at people sideways, you can be talked to sideways. That's the way life goes with your fake ass fucking sitting there Buddha shit. Fuck out of here.
Please,
I blocked the
right?
person once and then they came in under another name.
Exactly. People just want to take the focus off of something and try to say, oh my, I can't believe Chasing would be talking to Scott.
Well, did you ever think that maybe
live in the area? Chasing doesn't know those people. Chasing sat here for a year making assumptions about people that she doesn't know anything about. So
Chasing probably doesn't think that I'm a violent sex offender and that I beat women and that I abducted Summer either.
No, that I do not think.
Well, these are the things that I'm being accused of being. But yet they fail to provide, after 1 year, they fail to provide my criminal record that they claim they all have that show that I am all these things.
It's ridiculous.
I want you to call the police and invite them into that cistern you have. Because that was fucking odd. Why do you show people on YouTube that while talking about a missing kid? I have concerns about that. Just because of all the fuck shit you did in this community. Why don't you go call the police and ask them to go through with the dogs in that little underground fucking tunnel you got there that you brag about for some fucking reason, no reason at all.
You know, we're having a conversation about these people, and it's like, why, you know? And this is why, can I just be bold? This is why we don't get anywhere as a community, because it's more important for people to have the question, why would so-and-so talk to so-and-so? Well, you know, this isn't about me. This isn't about Scott. It's not about Squall. It's about Summer, right? So if he has insight that can ease my mind or make me think more, then I want to hear it. Because this isn't about creator versus creator for me. This case is about Summer. That's all it's ever been about. And whatever side arguments people are having, that is their business.
This case is not just all about Summer, and you're over there fighting with people and doing the same exact shit over in Sebastian's case now, aren't you? Not that I've really paid attention, but I've seen the thumbnails. Chasing, there's a lot of people in Sebastian's case that think you're up to fuck shit too, now ain't there? I mean, that's just what I'm observing.
It's none of my business.
Well, it's all drama crap, Chasing. It's
bullshit.
It's coming from the people that in the very beginning, and I don't have Facebook, but I've been shown all the stuff and told all the stuff, and you probably know because you have Facebook. The creators that all this stuff are coming from are creators that hate Squall.
It's just absurd at this point. Hater if you want.
They
to,
see me
whatever.
working with Squall, so therefore, in order to tear me and to tear Squall down, because they don't like Squall telling what she's telling, they have to come up with these ridiculous things and make all this kind of noise and all this kind of stuff. Listen.
So this is a man. You guys, you don't find this funny. I want serious opinions. This is a man who came out full swing at the Wells, right? Sending Linda to drive to the Wells job sites and doing all kinds of crazy fuck shit, right? Full swing. They're bad parents. They're bad parents. Horribly. For months. All of a sudden, he's Squall's best friend. And the Wells are perfect. And nobody can talk about Squall. Nobody. If you do, he's going to attack you. And he's going to treat you like garbage. I didn't attack Squall. I was questioning her story, and you didn't even let me fucking finish, and you turned it into something it didn't have to turn into that's still lasting 3 years later. So you know what? Fuck you.
I said clearly the other day, and everybody says, oh, you were defending Squall. You were defending Squall. I said clearly in my video, I said it did not matter if it was Squall or not. No one has the right to determine for another woman at what point they feel like their rape starts or stops.
Absolutely.
Regardless whether it's Squall or not. In this case, it happened to be a creator doing that to Squall. But I dismissed Squall out of it, period, and said women.
No.
Because that's the way that I feel.
It's just wild, you know.
But they're hearing what they want.
Why we don't get anywhere. It's why we don't get anywhere.
That's why you all, I call you all the names.
And you know what's so funny? All the visits and shit that they're talking about now started stemming around this time period, right? All the shit Ziggy's talking about now. Oh, they were down there making the film, this, that, and the other. It all stemmed from this time period. Do you know what Ziggy was doing at this time? Agreeing with them? Visiting when they were down there? Maybe Fred was in jail and she didn't. I'd have to look at exact dates, but I'm pretty sure, like, Ziggy, they were all intertwined together at one point or another. Scott used to live in Ziggy's chat until I came back and started saying shit when he started going to Lolly's and trying to build Lolly up. He left Ziggy for Lolly. I don't know who's paying attention. Where's Scott now? Whose chats is he hanging into? Oh, Ziggy is grifting for Christmas. Jody's grifting for Christmas. And Tiffany is either covering something up for Benny or she has done bumped the fuck out of her head and lost all of her scruples. Every single fucking one of them. I don't know. What she's doing makes no sense. All of a sudden, she's like, yay, Fred, Fred said. I don't fucking get it.
Names that I call you is because you come at me with stuff like that. Well, listen, quit acting like what I call you and you'll quit getting called that.
Yeah, I mean, if I see a guy acting like, you know, a little whiny baby, I might call him some words that aren't the nicest words. So,
you would not believe, you would not believe the people, you would
so.
not believe the people that have reached out to me and told me that they have gotten attacked for being in my chat or being on my panel.
Why?
And because I'm a Wells supporter, because I cannot
Oh.
come out and say that they did anything to Summer with no evidence, and with all of the other evil people in that community, I cannot say.
Squall and I could not tell you the number of hours that not only have Squall and I talked on panel, on lives, online, that we've talked offline, discussing our differences and things like that. But not one time have either of us had a harsh word to say against each other, even though we agree completely 100% opposite on certain things.
Yeah.
Squall, did Candace know that? Did Candace know you've had hundreds of thousands of fucking phone call hours with fucking Scott behind the scenes while she was bashing him? While he was bashing her. I'm real curious because if she didn't, she does now, or she will.
The more you try to fish out the things that are there, like I didn't know about the different personalities or traits or whatever of Beach Creek, like the incestuous stuff and the drugs and going back in time and how the family lines are. I didn't know all of that. So to hear more of it and to sit and actually have a conversation, not like, you know, sometimes Scott and Penny and them, they do really long lives. You don't get to listen to it all. You've got people interrupting you. But when you're having a one-on-one conversation, you can ask questions. You can find out more. And it gives you a lot of insight into maybe things that you didn't think about before. And there was a lot that I hadn't thought about that after talking to him. Again, you know, I'm over here thinking Frank Light is like, you know, the devil spawn. And while maybe he is, there are other people there that are pretty damn bad. You know, and I don't mean the RSOs that we all looked up. I mean people that we never looked up. So it just gives you a lot of perspective. And it's not going to solve the case, you know, but this is what we do in whatever this is, true crime. You discuss.
And when people were probably wondering, like, why is she out here giving Tiffany shit that Tiffany can use against Chasing, right? While trashing Tiffany. Well, because I think it's fucking funny to watch this shit. I really do. Let's just watch them implode. I'll just keep putting shit out. And then, because that's really what started all this, right? I put a little bit of something out. They get a little bit pissed off. Then they start fighting because this one said that one and that one said that one, but nobody's really sitting down and listening to the facts. Who was paying attention a couple weeks ago when I was going over the timeline and putting real facts out and talking about like the cadaver dogs and things that actually do help Summer's case? Any of y'all talking about that? No, you'd rather come out here with this bullshit. So you want to fucking be clowns? I'll let you be clowns. Here, have fun with it. I'm just going to start fucking throwing it all out. How about it? Hooty hoo, motherfuckers. I used to love Master P and shit. Yeah. True, TRU.
Discuss these cases. You have a discussion, you move on with your.
Not to mention all the other ones. And everybody that has talked to Squall has said this as well. Everybody talks about Frank Light. And yeah, Frank Light is a horrible human being. I wish he was buried under the jail for a multitude of reasons. But Frank Light is not the only one down there in Beach Creek that is a danger to children and women. I'm sorry, he's just not. There's other ones. Frank Light has brothers. Frank Light has cousins. Frank Light has stepbrothers. Fred Hill has brothers and sons and cousins and stepbrothers. Frank Hill is not the only one. You know, there's another.
Yeah, Fred Hill has cousins. Scott, aren't you one of them? Like, didn't you guys confirm that in a chat somewhere? TT's too, huh? Oh, shit. We almost forgot about that. Oops, my bad.
Another RSO, Cam covered him, that used to, another one that worked at the sheriff's department. It's an RSO that lives just like 7 miles away. Frank lives like 2 miles away. I mean, are we really tossing up? You know, I mean, that's a 5 mile difference, but still, if you took Frank Light completely out of the picture, everybody would be freaking the hell out on Chandler.
So wait a minute. If you're Fred's cousin and Fred is Frank's cousin, and you have Annie following you around from chat to chat, sucking on your little teeny tiny eggplant, what does that tell you? Oh, and he's related to TT. So, Scott, Frank Light's your cousin? You gotta be fucking shitting me. Holy cow. But nobody could put it together. Whatever.
Or the one that lives 7 miles away. Why? Because he's registered. But there's tons of them down there. Squall's talked to them. I've talked to them. There's lots of other offenders down there that aren't registered because they've committed the acts, and it's all been swept under the rug.
Yeah, after hearing from you what many of the people were like, and that, you know, me thinking probably Frank Light is the scariest person I'd ever heard of, and knowing that he probably isn't, and there are far scarier people in that area, that was something. That was really something to hear.
Look, and there's Mrs. Doubtfire putting his 2 cents in. More not registered than registered. That's in every fucking city. Justin, ain't you from Philly? Like, don't you know that shit? Where are you from? Where is he from? If he's really from, like, my state, I'm fucking ashamed. I'm ashamed of that gay dude. And I like gay people. I hang out with them. I go to gay bars sometimes. I have the funnest fun of my time with gay. He ain't fucking gay. That motherfucker been touched by somebody when he was a kid or something. He don't need to be on YouTube. He needs to be seeking therapy, in my opinion. I'm speculating.
Well, what's your best theory?
What fucking gay person you know that wants to be fun and lively wears fucking dead people makeup on their face and pearls and Mrs. Doubtfire fucking dresses? Dude, can't you even be flamboyant and fun?
Then stop. Based on ruling out tree trimmers, maybe.
Well, it was, and I put it in chat a couple of times. You know, I don't know if you could see chat or, you know, if it just
partially
slipped by your eyes. But you and I were talking. Originally, you know, I'd ask if you wanted to come up on panel when you were doing one of your lives, and you were like, yeah, sure, no problem. But we had a circumstance the other day where we were able to talk offline. And one of the questions that I wanted to ask you is, now that you've been down there, on your scale of stranger abduction, on a scale of 1 to 10, what is it now?
So low. So low. And I never thought I would really overthink that, because I was so sure that some creeper went up there. So it went all the way down to like a 2.
Right.
When it used to
went from 9 to 2.
Yeah.
9 to 2.
So wait a minute, I'm curious. Anybody want to take bets? Whose side does Justice for All take? Does he take Ziggy's side, who he sat in there being her and Fred's best friend for like a year? Or does he take Chasing Truth's side? Because that motherfucker be going to everybody's chats like he owns them. Anybody notice that? Whose side are you on, Justin? You want to let us know? Let's take bets. Anybody want to take bets? Like, for real, I could put Jody Sue's Cash App up, and you could put the bets on Jody Sue's Cash App. I mean, not Jody Sue, Ziggy's. And then we have to make a deal with them that they have to send half of that to Jody Sue for her Christmas list, for restaurant cards for her daughter. Because all her daughter wants to do is fucking eat, right? That's what somebody who's, 16, 17 years old wants to do. They want to go to restaurant after restaurant after restaurant after restaurant, maybe a Barnes and Nobles. Yeah, that sounds like fun. That's nothing like Jody Sue likes, right? Oh, okay.
That's what I wanted everybody to hear, is just from you having the experience of hopping in your vehicle, driving to 110 Ben Hill Road. Thankfully, I'm so glad you got to ride around with Cam and Alley. But Chasing's theory on, well, I'm not.
Geez, I almost messed that up because I forgot to add in there. We could also send Jody a whole slew of Christmas fucking nose rings, because right now she got some fucking fake fucking clear shit hanging from her fucking nose looking like a fucking golden booger. It must match the toxic fucking shit.
I'm not going to, I don't know what her theory is. But as far as stranger abduction goes, before Chasing left her home, left her family, drove down here, stranger abduction was a 9 on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah,
After she stood on Ben Hill Road, it went to a 2. Almost the entire length of the scale, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. Hers went from 9 to 2. That's a huge change in a viewpoint.
Yeah.
So my theory is still, like we talked the other day, it was someone that was known to the family, some creeper around there, or somebody that had either visited the Wells on a regular basis, or visited the neighbors on a regular basis. Someone that Summer would not have been afraid of, that was familiar to Summer, and they were coming over for a reason. Gal Geeks is saying, Mom went way down when I saw Ben Hill as well. Can't explain it, but she's got like 15 exclamation points after my name. So
it's so crazy how it changes that.
You've been down there. Beach Creek is not a high traffic area.
It would have to be somebody that was familiar with the property.
Right. So knowing that Ben Hill is not a high traffic area, it's not, people just don't go down Ben Hill Road unless they have a reason to, or not Ben Hill Road, well, including Ben Hill Road, but they don't go down Beach Creek Road unless they have a destination, because there's nothing on Beach Creek Road to go to. Unless it's Sunday, the only thing down there is 2 churches. The only other reason to be down there, 1, you live there. 2, you're visiting somebody there. That's about it.
Or 3, you're working.
Right.
Like,
so,
like the tree trimming crews or delivery personnel.
Everybody else down there, more than likely, if you're looking at probability, possibility, is it possible that someone just happened to go down Beach Creek Road and just happened to turn on Ben Hill Road? Chasing, you said you missed it 3 times.
3.
Not once, not twice, but 3 with GPS. So that tells me the probability of someone mistakenly going on Ben Hill Road,
yeah, you miss it,
is very, very low.
Yeah.
The chances of somebody going down Ben Hill Road that knows Ben Hill Road and the people on Ben Hill Road are very, very high.
Right. You would only, in my opinion, go down that road if you knew that road.
Exactly.
The only way, in my opinion, the only way a stranger abduction could have happened is if Summer may have wandered off and followed the dogs down to that shed. And Scotty Skulls said that, he talked about that long straightaway. It's like a clear eyesight, for a good ways. And if Summer had been followed the dogs down to the creek and over to that shed, then somebody driving down Ben Hill like they were going towards Solomon's Temple could have seen her, just pulled over, snatched her, and took off. That is the only way, in my opinion, that a stranger abduction could have happened. But that would have meant that Summer had to walk off that property.
I mentioned that months ago on Libby's panel, and that's where I came up with that theory of what if Summer wasn't missing until she was. Meaning that they got home at 3:30. Summer jumped up. She's been in the car running stupid errands, as a 5-year-old would think. And she took off and went running, playing. And same, that's where I said maybe she went up that little rise that Don went down when he showed us, his trip there for share, because coming up that way from the lower end of Simpson Loop, that is a straightaway, and some creeper could have seen her in that open spot and grabbed her. Or if it was a creeper that she knew, could have eased off of the road and said, "Hey, Summer, do you want to ride back up to the house?" But of course they had ill intentions, just like if they, let's say, not that this would be out of the ordinary, I think we all know this by now, someone knew they were going to Ben Hill for a reason, probably to visit somebody that had drugs for sale, more than likely. Now, a lot of those people that visit there also have really bad problems with keeping their thing in their pants. So the probability of a stranger being on Ben Hill Road is zero.
Yeah.
Close to zero. The probability of someone being there on that road that Summer would know or be familiar with is pretty high. Now, did they go there specifically to snatch Summer? I have no idea. Did they go to Ben Hill Road specifically for some reason? Yes. And could they have taken the opportunity to snatch Summer? Yes.
I agree 100%.
Because there's just a lot of creepy folks. Don himself said it self-admittedly is a creepy guy.
Yeah. If somebody reported that they were there those days, well, I mean, that would only make sense.
I mean, I can't honestly say, what occurred, of course, because I wasn't there. But just, generally speaking, from the normal protocol of tree trimming companies, they always ride in the company truck, because that's where they keep all their gear. I mean, you see them get out, they put their vests on and their hard hats on, and the tree trimmer, the climbers, if they need any climbers, if they don't have bucket trucks, then the climbers are putting their gear on, and they're getting their chainsaws out and gassing them up and everything. And I mean, they pull up, they're ready to go. It's not like you have, stragglers coming in from, in their
standing around,
coming in their own vehicles and everything. And that's why it never made sense, when people were theorizing, speculating that maybe one of the tree trimmers got her. And I was like, where in the heck did they put her? I mean, have you ever seen 5 grown men crawl into a bucket truck?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
But then somebody mentioned, well, what if, one of the tree trimmers saw her and then came back down there and got her? And I was like, well, if the tree trimmers headed out of there between 4 and 4:30 to get back to the shop at 5, they would have to turn right around and rush back down to Beach Creek. And how would that person know that the family was still there?
Right.
Or how would they know that, Dad hadn't made it home from work yet? Or how would they know who was at the house to begin with? Just because maybe they saw Grandma and Candace outside planting flowers, how do they know, Dad wasn't, inside on the couch watching a ball game or something? You see what I mean? It just seemed unlikely. And then that's when everybody started saying that's when we started hearing the rumors or at least that's when I started hearing the rumors of people, the tree trimmers were parking at the church, and they were like, well, if they parked at the church, then they would just have a short trip back to the vehicle and they could be back at Summer's house, in 5 minutes to snatch her. And that's when I said, that's what Squall was referring to about me having a relative that had worked from them. And I was like, well, I wasn't there, but that's not the way that I've ever seen it work. And I see Cromwell Mama's putting up Squall pinned it. Adrian says, my best friend worked for a few tree trimming companies, and they always rode together in company trucks as well.
Yeah.
That's the only way I used to work for, it wasn't a tree trimming company, but it was that company where we did fire and water restoration. And that was the way we did it. We always drove to the company, parked our personal vehicles, and got in the company vans. We each had a van assigned to us. And the only time I ever drove my actual vehicle to an actual job site, if it was a job that I was doing on the side somewhere. Otherwise, I was always taking a company truck. Unless, I was going out of town for a business meeting or something. But then, I turned in it was
mileage report.
Yeah, it was computerized then, but it was a mileage report, that you filled out on the computer. And they would do it off Google Maps, but even for mileage, my mileage started at the company. I drove to work. My mileage was based from work to where I was going for business and back to the company. And then I got in my personal vehicle and went home. I never got paid for driving to work.
Okay, I think we're live now. We decided to go ahead and start the live just because the things going on is just too exciting to just sit and wait.
All right, let me catch up with chat. I was listening from the kitchen. I was getting a coffee. I didn't even heat it good enough. I'm having coffee problems this week, guys. It's real. Okay. How Jennifer knew. What do you guys think? What was Scott saying? That he's a tree trimmer now? How many jobs has Scott had? Does anybody know? Did anybody keep count? Heather, did you ever use your gel pen to jot down all the jobs he had? That would be a huge help. Maybe one day, if I ever get the time, I'll go through and date and time every time he said he had a different job and when he worked there. He worked with the PIs at Lowe's. He drove addicts around. I have no clue, Oreo. White boys, there's a lot of people still in contact with her. Ryan's in contact with her because he stated it in my chat. Oh, yeah. See, I told White Boy we wouldn't talk behind the scenes. He hasn't gotten back to me yet. I really do want to do that mock jury thing. I want to do it. I'm very interested in having a conversation with Squall. I'm not asking for her to accept apology from me or anything because, truth, I don't like the girl. But I would like to, I guess, fix some. Here goes Jasper. He's agreeing. I would like to fix some of the misinformation between the two of us that is twisted. Things that maybe we can fix out in the public. Maybe even doing it without causing a scene. And she could explain a few things like how Chicken on a Stick came on a scene. And, you know, like there's a lot of things we don't know that only the locals know that they did, bringing people here that came here before we knew about them. If you get what I'm saying. She's definitely still in the bushes. I believe that she is supporting me in the same way I feel about her. I'm going to assume she feels the same about me because she's sending me subtle hints. When I research something she once wanted researched, I've gotten a Cash App under the name of Barbara Lang. Anybody remember that? A couple weeks ago? I believe that could have been Squall. Barbara Lang is somebody who was busted in the James Light bust and one of the littler busts, but ended up being one of the biggest part of the busts. I would even say bigger than James Light. She ran a clinic in Chattanooga. Thomas Lang, I believe, was her husband. They also had a clinic in Georgia. Yeah. So, yeah, then the story started changing. I mean, like, I'm not trying to come out and tell on these people that were involved in this drug busting shit, but all I'm trying to point out in all this is that Jody was involved in that. She knows these people. Squall knows these people in some way or another because she's the one pushing this shit so hard. There's a reason for it. In my opinion, I'm speculating. I believe there could be something to what Squall's saying. However, I don't believe. I'm not going to say I don't believe. I don't believe that that's the only possibility that could have happened to Summer. However, I have always felt it was something worth looking into, which is why the one time I did forgive Squall after all the Facebook shit, and she came to YouTube and I was already here. No, she was here first. But we didn't talk. And then she started, like Scott started bringing her out and people started, she had the Jody Sue videos and Penny started bringing her out. So I forgave her for whatever the fuck it was, something stupid she said in Facebook to me. And she started messaging me. Then out of nowhere, she blocks me again after all the fucking Shay shit. And then she comes out saying that I attacked Amy. That's not what the fuck happened. That's not what happened. I had true concern for Jody Sue's mental health. I thought that her family, we should know that her family knows that she is on here acting unwell in a lot of our opinions. I brought it to YouTube to show that most of the accusations that Jody Sue was making towards the creators was not real. So there's me sticking up for the creators, and I get attacked for it. All this at one time. Do you think I give a fuck about any of them? No, I don't. And I will come out here and put anything I can out to fucking laugh at their fucking stupid clown asses, because that's what they are. I sat back in the background for almost 2 years before I really came back, right? And I watched, I read the chats, I took screenshots, I saved videos, I made friends with people that live in the Beach Creek community, I made friends with people that knew Summer, that loved Summer, that weren't Dawn and Candace. I never felt the need to bring Dawn and Candace to my channel to make a mockery out of them, because what if they are innocent? Their boys are watching. But y'all are still going to go over there and spread all this weird ass shit. Bill Benton's chasing truth out of the fucking hollering at Ziggy, and they're hitting them with pipes. And what in the fuck is going on over there? Looks like a fishing lure. Yeah. Karen, you should be happy. Benny will be out in a couple weeks. He'll be not out, but he'll be free to be on YouTube. His court hearing's coming up. I got to check the date of it. It was like the end of December, January. Oh, I'm so going to have to rewatch this. I'm sorry, Holler. Yeah, really. He'll be back. Tiffany even hinted at it the other day. I figured since she's hinting at it, I'm not going to let her try to, like, sideswipe people like people don't pay attention to that shit. Like we're all dumb bitches like her, because now Andy's a hero. Woo! All right, let's put some of this back on, because this is a lot, and I'm not really even paying attention. I've seen this all 10,000 million times. I'm having fun chatting with you guys. Griftmas. Yep, it's Griftmas time. And they're all preparing to start Benny's attacks for him. I'm ready. I'm hoping he don't come back out here like an asshole, though. I am. I'll say it. But if he does, I'm prepared. I'm hoping that I can, Benny and I have had some productive conversations. I'm hoping we could have a productive conversation. The motherfucker's still a clown. But I have questions now, because we studied Benny for the first, month, 2? We've heard some things. Maybe if he doesn't even want to have a conversation with me, I hope he will come out and answer some of the allegations that I have made towards him that we read. I want to know about the We Can Bring You Hope Foundation. His involvement with Tim Mullen. That's my biggest question, because that's prior to all this bullshit documentary and them going down to Tennessee. That's like the beginning of the case. Okay, let me put this back on.
We're still going to be doing the interview with the neighbor, but we have on True Crime with Libby and What Big Eyes to talk about it all until the interview phone call comes through. So,
hello.
Hello, everyone.
All right.
So I don't see the messages. Do I need to be on a different tab to see the messages?
If you look to the right, there's a little button and it says chat. I don't know what it looks like for you, actually.
Okay. Oh. No, that's to chat with Restream. I don't want to talk to them. we put that away. So it says messages from audience will display here, but I don't see any. Oh, there they are. Now they're coming. That was like magic.
Yeah, and then if you see at the bottom, it'll see private chat, and that's if you guys want to say something not in the main chat, and then just amongst ourselves. So
okay.
I'm on my phone. So where would I see that for the chat?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I'm no good at any of this, but
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just have to go at this blind then.
okay, so let's talk about starting from last night, because the rumor is that Dawn was picked up at 11. I cannot confirm that because, one, I wasn't there, and two, everybody who I talked to out there didn't see that happen. So that's not something that I would just put out there without, having somebody who I trust actually see it happen. But at the same time, something did definitely happen last night. So whenever I got the call, it was 1:03. And then my source got the call just before that. So the neighbor, Dawn's neighbor, called the source and told the source what was going on. And then they called me, and the source left, got out of bed, left, went over there, went to the neighbor's house, and said that there was a sheriff's deputy car there, and he could hear the stuff going on at the top of the hill. And at this point, the neighbor and the source were there together at her home. And this is the neighbor that we're going to be talking to later. I think I see.
So the source went to the neighbor's house?
Yes.
Are they dating?
Absolutely not.
I'm sorry. I like to speculate.
Look, you want my honest opinion, and you guys know I just give opinions here. I'm a speculation channel, okay? I will give you, here, Benny, you're getting my honest opinion about you. Here, Tiffany, you're getting my honest opinion about your man that you simp for, okay? I personally think Tiffany is protecting Benny. I think Benny has told Tiffany shit, okay? I think them two are very close. I would say even closer than Penny and Benny at one time, although I find that odd because I swear we hear Penny laughing in the background in one of his videos. And I've pointed that out to you guys, right? Right. I don't care who he done got naked with. They could pass around their cooters to whoever they want and their small penises. And can you imagine a beard on his face? Can you imagine what it's like? Okay. Anyways, let's think about this. Okay. I think Benny came into the game too early. I think Benny wanted to be involved because he was involved in other cases where he got bullied because he did the same dumb shit he does here, but only back then it was with old ladies that were twice his age that were grandparents of missing children, right? And everybody made fun of him and he was bullied. If you watch his earlier videos of the boys, you could see that he's like crying. Everybody's making fun of me. Everybody's making fun of me. You would love to rub that beard. Ugh, I'm not a beard woman. That's just I have friends that are. I know. Okay. Anyway, so, he got made fun of in that case a lot. So then he comes to Summer's case, and now Benny has something to show. He wants to come on here and he wants to act tough. So he gets involved immediately. As soon as he can, he goes rushing down there, contact Cher, because Cher already has contact. Him and Cher are now sis and brother. You know what I mean? Like, even still to this day, they're like, hey, sis, hey, brother. The most ridiculous shit ever. Okay. But Benny gets on panel with Cher. He meets the Wills, and it just fucking starts from there. Although, if you look at it, he was already talking to Tim. The We Can Bring You Hope people came in. I just think Benny tried to do some good and ended up getting stuck in some shit, and then went over to fucking Penny because he was pissed at Tiffany and AB. And man, this is a whole love triangle. The true crime community, if it comes down to this, a lot of it might just be over jealousy. That's what's nice about being married and in love with your husband. You can sit back and watch the bullshit. Yeah, drama, Karen. That's exactly it. It's a whole fucking conundrum. You know what I mean? It's a love triangle. That's exactly what it is. They're sending naked pictures to each other, sticking carrots up their woohoos, and they're displaying it online for all of us to see. Well, they sit here and say, oh, you should be ashamed of yourself. No, bitch, you should be ashamed of yourself because that's some hooker ass shit. Okay, Tiffany? That's exactly what that is. That's you're like the internet hooker, in my opinion. You're the only one that's doing that. I don't see anybody else passing like multiple men, dude. Have some respect for yourself. You're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Why would you downgrade yourself to be putting your ass out there? Like, maybe the mom's coming out of me. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my ex-daughter-in-law that just pissed me off really fucking bad with her feet shit that I told you guys about the other day. I don't know what the fuck it is, but have some respect for yourself. You really came on here and said, oh, she wears her pajamas and this, that, and the other. She has no respect. No, honey, I have a lot of respect. I don't care what I look like because I'm married and I am in love with my husband of over 20 years. We love and respect each other, and every woman deserves that, even you, honey. Okay? If you want to know the truth. I think Benny got his stupid ass too involved because he's a dumbass with ADHD and he got himself into some shit. All this fake fed shit, man, I don't know. Do your guys' heads spin like mine? Because there's really no way to make sense of any of this. Not even to the fact that Tiffany's over there going, oh, Fred Hill, you're my champion. And I'm not like putting Ziggy down because I feel sort of the same way about Ziggy. Like I said the other night, both women were much smarter at the start of this case. They're love struck. It's a love triangle here on YouTube. It's like the soap operas of fucking true crime. But let's keep listening because there's more to it. Summer's lost in all of it. But it's amusing. It's amusing. I don't know. It's amusing.
That absolutely is not the case. She's 70. I believe is the number I was told, the age I was told, 70. Could be a little older. She has been, hold on, chat's going fast. I wish I knew how to pin comments.
Okay, my chat is not going fast. So
well, I just seen something from Tiffany. I want to read it.
Oh, there she is.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
They was passing voices around. Scott's voice was being passed around. Everybody was in love with Scott's voice. Holy shit. They was passing Chase around. What in the fuck? This is better than Days of Our Lives, guys. I ain't watched that in like 15 years. But this is better than that. I promise you.
Look at my phone. Obviously, guys, I'm not a professional YouTuber. I have zero.
Oh, yes, you are.
No. Don B just said Don Wells was picked up by the
Hey,
feds.
Meiko.
Gina Jennings says, we think Tiffany's been out all day and apologized. I couldn't answer you. It's funny.
Tiffany said she's confirming it for 100.
I'm
Don't play
glad that Don was arrested and extradited to Boston. Yes. See? Oh, yes.
Benny Stefano. If any of you have ever watched Days of Our Lives, Benny Stefano. Slithers is Kate. Ziggy's Marlena. We're going to come up with the right names for all of them. Definitely Stefano and Kate, though, right? Slithers and Beardman. Yeah.
So
Hey,
excited.
all right. Validation.
That is cause for celebration.
Yes.
That's why before we went on, I'll just let everybody know right now. My husband is, look, he's downstairs. He's got the kids. I am not to be bothered. I brought up 2 beers and I am sipping on one right now. I am celebrating because every time I think about it, I start getting tears in my eyes. Like this, it's gone on too long.
For real. For real. I feel, and I don't know why, and I said this before, and I think people think I'm bananagrams, but I just feel like summer is with us still in this realm.
That would be amazing.
Well, you know, that's what everybody wants to happen.
You know, with everything, I mean, just, okay, so whenever I think of it in terms like that, it's more like, no, she hasn't been found.
Cam and Allie. Yep, there you go. You got your Bo and Hope. There's Cam and Allie, but this is the junkie version, the crackhead version. For all of them, really, not just them. This is like the YouTube version of true crime. I should really sit down and make a skit. Like, for real. Maybe we could all work on that. Yeah, Bo and Hope on dope. I'm going to get kicked off fucking YouTube. Speculating. Conversation parody. Okay.
There's been no proof. I'm with Scott H on this. Me and him don't agree on every bit of each other's theory, but we will both agree that there's no evidence that she's gone. There's also no evidence that she's here. And I think
right?
I prefer to lean to she's here.
Truthfully, I liked General Hospital better. I used to DVR it. My mom was the Days of Our Lives fan, so I would watch it with her and we'd DVR it, and I'd watch General Hospital later. And I also watched, before she watched Days, I would watch One Life to Live and All My Children. So those were mine. Oh, and before that, before I watched all of those as a kid, I really, really, really loved Loving, which is why I went to General Hospital, because Laura, the girl that played Carly, went to General Hospital, and I used to love her curly hair. I was so jealous. I wanted it. And then when they put Days of Our Lives on at 3:00, I was so fucking excited because I was able to, or no, I was pissed. I was pissed because it used to be they were on at 1 and I was able to watch it, and then they switched it. Another World. See, my mom watched all that. My friends, Carrie and Carly, they got me into, they were twins, and we would skip school and we would watch General Hospital and okay. But this is definitely the true crime. Whew, I don't know what the fuck is going on. What happened in 3 years? These people, Summer's case, they lost their brains or something, in my opinion.
But I don't know. I really hope that what, there is truth in what Dawn says whenever he said, I think that some well-to-do lady brought her over far away and she's living in a really nice place. Like, I really hope that he said that because there's truth to it, which I don't know.
Right. Well, he's been mentioning Mexico, and that's looking like a viable option.
Right.
It's weird, you guys. It's really, really weird.
So the whole cartel thing, right? And look, if you are in the cartel and you're listening to me, I don't know nothing about you, so don't come for me.
Yeah,
But,
we mean no harm. Peace be with you.
you know, carry on with your nefarious activities. But what I heard was that Don told the shares that he owed money to the cartel. I don't know if the sheriffs reported this to TBI. It's possible that they're double agents. I don't know. But that he told that somebody heard him telling voices behind the wall that he owed money to the cartel and he thinks they took her. And I just didn't put much weight on it because it came out so soon.
Right.
First of all, I knew about it before it came out. So I was like, why are they waiting to say this? Like, why are they leaking it now? And then I was like, well, maybe they're doing it as a smokescreen because the whole 3:30, 35 minutes missing thing.
No, I didn't know that, Paisley. Are you serious? Oh, I loved Roman. You just made my heart sad. I was sad when Stefano died. What was his real name? I forget. I was like, oh, he really ain't coming back. But they brought him back a few times after that. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. My heart out to their family and co-workers. That's heartbreaking. I did read somewhere recently that they were bringing all the soap operas back to some channel somewhere. I thought about going back, but I didn't know if it would be a copyright strike, like starting a channel and going back to like One Life to Live or something and starting at the really beginning of it and just sitting down with people and watching it. But I don't think I could do that. They do have them on YouTube because I used to miss them and I'd come home and go watch them on YouTube. The first Roman. Oh, the curly hair one. Yeah, because the other one passed away a while ago. That's what I thought when she said it. Yeah, the curls. Aw, that's sad. Yeah, I knew John died. Drake Hoganston. That's sad. Look, now we're talking about soap operas. I'm sorry, guys. I got us so off target. I'm just so frustrated with these people. Yeah, that's it. Wayne Northrop. Wow, that's sad. That's really sad. Benny's fault. Everything's Benny's fault. Okay, let's put this back on. I've been laughing too hard tonight. I just can't believe what I'm seeing with my own eyes over here. This is the craziest shit. When I asked them to come back and cover summer, I didn't mean like this. I don't know what the fuck these people were doing. It has to be lovesick or something.
Came out, and I don't know, just maybe they were trying to distract from that. I don't know. Tiffany, if you're still here, you have a link in Discord if you wanted to join, by the way.
Didn't Don say that stuff about the cartel when he was on one of his little drinking binges?
I remember him saying that he ran drugs. Remember he said that to Chris, and he said, but that doesn't really work out whenever you're whatever, what do you call himself, a junkie? Do you call himself a druggie, junkie? I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, he was talking about how bad a dope pusher he was or something. And so there's a little bit of truth in everything.
Yes.
When people are trying to cover up, sometimes their mind makes them say some truth in there.
Yeah, and that's also easier. That's an easier way to get away with lying is when you intertwine it with a little bit of truth, because then I guess your micro expressions aren't coming through as fully deceitful. And I just want to say this right now that the behavior panel was not correct in this case, in my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah. Me too.
Sorry for laughing, but I find it funny.
Well, win a few, lose a few.
Wow.
It's also a medical facility, but it's not just a hospital facility. It's a, where they retain these people. Okay. Not in custody yet means that they're there, but they haven't been jailed. That means they're being interrogated.
Okay.
They can do that for up to 24 hours before they have to do something with him. But once they get there, they have to log him in, and that's why he has that number. Now, someone said something.
Hold on one second. Where did that go? There was a comment
about the 081 is Utah extension. That is probably true, but you see, it can't be the junior wells that is.
Okay, so this is Hoax Night Call. That's what this is. This is what we're listening to. I've shared some of this just recently in the past. This is about the night there was a hoax call. This is What Big Eyes confirming that Dawn went to Boston. They're waiting for a call from their quote unquote source to the neighbor because they're going to harass an old lady. We don't even have to watch all this. I'm just showing you this here. Let's actually skip forward a lot. Because I think the next video I put on here, let me make sure I did unmute. I did. Okay. We can listen to this all again. I could put it back on when we're all paying attention. But the next video on here, geez, this was long. See, it's the same one.
I can walk her through how to slow her chat down and stuff, but we gotta get her back up here first.
All right. Actually, the last time I showed some of this, Tiffany about how to fucking fit. So I think this one might be worth even coming back and listening to in full another night when we're not so chittery, chattery, and laughy. Because I want to know why Tiffany got pissed off when I played this. She said it was because What Big Eyes was on it, and I was disseminating the dead by playing something What Big Eyes was on. Anybody remember that? Okay, anyways, but I want to go forward because... No? Oh, yeah. We're going to skip some of this. We're going to move on. I'm just bored with it. What the hell? Or we can even come back after I show you the next part. If I get to it, it better be the fuck on here. Yeah. So last night I came live really, really late. And we were talking about some clips. Now, I didn't go searching for all of them because I've been watching a lot today. The one clip in particular, I didn't even go search for because I know it's in one of my lives and I'll find it soon, eventually. But I did find some stuff on Bill Benton. So the reason I showed this was because this is what was going on June 17th, 2022. Okay, I don't even think it coincides with the dates that these people were trying to change now. Okay, but around this time, June 17th, 2022, oh, hold on. Ah, shit. Did I not put I swear I put the date on this. This last one I was just showing you was like the same week. Okay. Ziggy goes down to Tennessee and she visits Fred for, I believe, the second time. But anyways, they talked about Bill Benton. Let's give it a little listen.
I keep them out of it.
I know Vicky Dykes. She hung around Vicky Dykes there for a while.
Vicky Dykes.
Yeah, I don't think that she's been questioned or nothing, but she hadn't lived around. She used to live when you get there in the holler and you turn up the main road, the first house on the left. That's where they hung out a lot. Wales used to go out there and drink with Vicky's old man, which is Bill Benton. See, he got arrested down here.
Bill Benton?
About 6 months ago, so at the Wellses.
Really?
Yeah.
For what? 6 months ago?
Yeah, about 6 months ago.
After someone went missing? For what?
They had a party or something. What I gathered or heard, you know, they've had some kind of party or something other, and I don't know. They supposed to like 5 or 6 of them beat him up or something in Colorado or something.
And this was at 110? This was at 110 Ben Hill?
Yeah.
Bill Benton.
Yeah.
Do you have a pen out here? I wish I would have brought. It's not a big deal. I just.
Yeah. Good deal. Go to.
Oh, you're talking about Billy Benton.
Oh.
From over on Light Holler.
Oh, well, isn't Billy Benton with Vicky?
They was together, but not no more.
Oh.
Did he stay with Grandma some?
I think so.
Oh, okay. Okay. Billy Benton, yeah. I heard of him because that's who Fred told me that is somebody that I should talk to is Billy Benton or that Vicky Benton. Isn't her last name Benton? Weren't they married at one time?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Oh, by the way, Laura, do you know somebody who is Wild Bill?
You asked me that. Billy Benton?
Wild Bill is Billy Benton?
Yeah.
Okay. Did I
I think so.
Okay. Well, I asked you who Drunk Billy was. I didn't know if they were the same person.
I think it's some person. But if it's not it's Billy Shipley. It'd be the only one.
Okay, so if it's not Billy Benton, it's Billy Shipley.
Yeah.
Is Billy Shipley would he be?
No. He's a drunk.
Okay.
He don't even drink much anymore, really. He smokes a lot of pot. A lot of pot.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. In my opinion, anyways.
I mean, even the cadaver dogs struck all the way up my driveway. But see, Dawn had been here.
Yeah, so you told TBI that Dawn had been here that day?
Yeah. I mean, the cadaver dog, they was here when talking to me and they come up the road and it's hitting about the bridge right there hard. They come up the road and went all the way up to that farthest vehicle you see on top and was hitting on it. They never even opened the door, but they ain't nothing in. I've looked.
Okay, so I just added that little bit to remind people because like I told you guys last night or the night before, the thing that bothers me most is the fact that Fred says the dog's hit on his truck. That bothers me. That bothers me greatly. It doesn't mean that I think Andy or Jody Sue are innocent or guilty. It doesn't mean I think Fred's guilty. It means I think somebody was driving Fred's truck or something, right? Like, we don't know who. It could have been Laura. maybe Jody Sue was letting one of her kids drive Fred's truck. Fred was letting Jody Sue. I've heard, I can't remember where, so I can't confirm it, but I remember hearing a rumor somewhere that Candace was actually driving Fred's truck. And then we got to ask, which truck did it hit on? Which truck? What make, model, color did that dog hit on? Because we hear Mr. Pell state that they seen a black truck coming out of Ben Hill, his wife. Everybody confuses things with things, but the most important thing here is that Summer's scent, according to Fred, was found on Fred's fucking truck. He also used the word cadaver dogs. Does anybody remember when I went over that? But here you go, Tiffany. Fred's free and clear. Now, I'm not saying there ain't proof of Andy standing somewhere. I didn't see proof. When Eva Winters stated that she had it, could she have possibly shown it to Tiffany? Yes. Could somebody else have shown it to Tiffany? Yes. Okay. I'm not saying there's not proof out there. I'm saying it's not proof that I've seen. So I can't confirm that. And I think the two of you both look fucking ridiculous. And it doesn't change the fact that either of them could still be suspect. It doesn't put either of those two men in a good light. You can't go after one and say you're a suspect while saying the other one's free and clear, because that really ain't the truth. Like, according to TBI and law enforcement, everybody's still a suspect. And Jody Sue, get out of your fucking make-believe land about, well, the news said it was the church people, it was this. Who cares how they listed it? Neighbors is still on there, and you're still a fucking neighbor at the time of Summer Will's disappearance. I don't know why you're acting like you're not. I do appreciate that your daughter came out tonight and gave us a little bit of information. I want to know, is it true she just accused EquiSearch of trying to get in her cabin while she was in there with the kids tonight? That's what she did. Yeah, I'm not. Well, I woke up at 10 o'clock, Joe. I jumped up and I started seeing all these crazy lives. I started with Ziggy. I didn't even get all the way through. I was fucking cracking up. So then I go to Jody Sue. Some parts were serious. A lot more with Jody Sue I agree with than I agree with Tiffany or Ziggy. However, Jody Sue's still cunt, in my opinion. She's still over there slurring accusations, and this one works with that, and that one works with this. No, I think they're all just half fucking kicked in the fucking brain and love struck. That's what I think. You're going to have to go back and listen, because I don't know what the fuck is going on these last couple days, but now they're making up shit like car chases, and like we're living in the Dukes of fucking Hazzard of Ben Hill. The cracks of Hazard. She brought her daughter on to pimp her out. Yep. She does it every year at Christmas time. We get her daughter on camera every year at Christmas time. You got to expect it. Ziggy put words into Fred's mouth. He can never finish a sentence. Yeah. I agree with that. And look, Diana left. I'm sorry, Diana. I know Ziggy's your friend. And I don't completely hate Ziggy. That's what, like, I don't completely hate any of these creators. I don't know them personally to hate them. Am I fucking very confused about why they're trying to file lawsuits on me and lump me in with Jody Sue and different things? Yeah. But there are things about each of these creators that I like and that I don't like. I'm not out here to come out here and just like totally trash any of them except for fucking Jody Candy Nose over there. Candy Cane Nose and lingerie. She should put them together. But and Krama and Gavel, because fuck that fucking Papa Smurf and Smurfette. But the rest of these people, I don't really know them in real life. I've never had like personal conversations with them except for Jody Sue. Really. In real life, I know nothing about them. I'm not lumped in with them. I'm not a fucking mafia leader. I'm not the YouTube federal agents. I don't know what other accusations this crazy fucking twat face cunt, in my opinion, has thrown at me, but I've really about had enough of it. So I'm just going to come out here and act like they act. My best talent is clowning a motherfucker. Try me. Not even Tia can beat me. Stupid cat. She needs hit by a car. Okay. Okay, so let's go. I wanted to listen to this one more time with you. The Bill Benton stuff.
I keep them out of it.
I know Vicky Dykes. She hung around Vicky Dykes there for a while.
Vicky Dykes.
Yeah, I don't think that she's been wasting or nothing much. She hadn't lived around.
Oh, Paisley, I don't want to ignore that comment. I didn't read that. I'm so sorry. That's scary. My daughter and her boyfriend just hit a deer a couple weeks ago. I was shooken when they come home. He messed his car up, dude. I couldn't even believe a deer did that to his car. He's still driving it. He got to get it fixed. He just got a job his mom made him. I'm so proud of his mom. He's working at AT&T. She's still working at Bath and Body Works, but it's holiday and they're like sporadic. They call her every 2 weeks because they got 1 million people coming in. So she's looking for something else, my daughter and her boyfriend. But I'm so very sorry about that. My heart goes out to you, honey. Definitely will say a little prayer for you tonight. All right, let's start that over.
I keep them out of it.
I know Vicky Dykes. She hung around Vicky Dykes.
I keep them out of it.
I know Vicky Dykes. She hung around Vicky Dykes there for a while.
Vicky Dykes.
Yeah, I don't think that she's been wasting or nothing much. She hadn't lived around. She used to live when you get there in the holler and you turn up the main road. The first house on the left. That's where they hung out a lot. Wales used to go out there and drink with Vicky's old man, which is Bill Benton. See, he got arrested down here.
Francis gets a protection from abuse from Chad Arnold. Okay? Francis and Vicky. I'm trying to think how this goes. It's been so long since I've looked into this. They're all fucking related. Let's just say it that way. Maybe Karen knows some of them, Renfro. I don't know if she's still in here. Maybe she could help me out here. But Francis has a protection of order against Chad Arnold. Vicky and Francis are friends, relatives. Bill's in there somewhere. Fred can maybe come out and tell the dynamics because they're not my family. I can tell you what I've seen. I really don't want to do all that, you know? But they're all in there. They're all in there. They're all fucking related. They're all friends with the fucking Wells. It's a whole fucking group of people, regardless of their pasts or not. It doesn't mean that they had anything to do with fucking Summer, whether they murdered somebody or didn't. I don't know their stories. I never went that deep into them, but I do know there's family connections, and it all leads back to Marlena. And I can tell you that because it's in my very first interviews with Linda, David Crystal Spencer's mother, who ran the community store, who was a huge source of information that I probably should not have had. Okay? So that was my first interview. And it was even a little too much for me that I never went deep into depth with the interview because I didn't want to dox people, and she threw a ton of names in there, but you need to listen to those names, including the other sets of Bernards, a TJ Crawford. Okay? Because that's your group of fucking friends. Right there. What Fred is doing is going to cause war, in my opinion. He's purposely trying to do it. Marlena's mom lived with Francis, last I heard, raising Marlena's child. And that's at the behest of Lips. They caused that. Not saying that it didn't need to be done, but it should not have been done the way it was and on YouTube. This is what I researched. Jody Sue, I did not intentionally come out here and hurt these people. As a matter of fact, you're out here saying I'm attacking them, but truth is, I've been defending them. I've been trying to get the story out like, oh, how does that make sense? Just like I'm doing right now. Bill Benton's chasing people through the fucking holler, and come on, man, this is not the fucking Dukes of Hazzard. It's Ben Hill Road, where there's a missing child. Cover this shit correctly. What's wrong with y'all? For real. Okay, let's go back to this penny ship, because now this will make more sense to hear the harassment of the people that they did in that community. Like, it's insanity to me. And that they're still over there trying to fuck shit up and twist shit and change stories and what happened and what time of the year it happened. And now there's car chases and people on lawnmowers and light hauler staring at them. Like, this is not... Y'all are touched, dude. In my opinion, every single one of you are touched in the fucking head. Well, you sat over there and called me crazy. Every single fucking ass one of you are touched. Deeply, deeply touched in the brain. Hold on. Jesus, this video is so long. And I think I put it on 1.5. This is what I mean. I used to do like fucking 12-hour lives. This one wasn't. And ain't nobody trying to black you out, fucking Jody Sue. Nobody could shut you the fuck up. You never shut the fuck up. You just keep going and going with your fucking aluminum foil hat fucking theories and words. I'm gonna start.
I think we're live now. We decided.
I'm gonna start it over and shut up for a little while. I'm gonna walk away and go get coffee and water and try to step away for a few so y'all can listen without my stupid distraction.
Okay, I think we're live now. We decided to go ahead and start the live just because the things going on is just too exciting to just sit and wait. We're still going to be doing the interview with the neighbor, but we have on True Crime with Libby and What Big Eyes to talk about it all until the interview phone call comes through. So,
hello.
Hello, everyone.
All right.
So I don't see the messages. Do I need to be on a different tab to see the messages?
If you look to the right, there's a little button and it says chat. I don't know what it looks like for you, actually.
Okay. Oh, no, that's to chat the restream. I don't want to talk to them. Let me put that away. So it says messages from audience will display here, but I don't see any. Oh, there they are. Now they're coming. That was like magic.
Yeah, and then if you see at the bottom, it'll see private chat, and that's if you guys want to say something not in the main chat, and then just amongst ourselves. So
okay.
Okay, I'm on my phone. So where would I see that for the chat?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I'm no good at any of this, but
okay. Well, I guess I'll just have to go at this blind then.
Okay, so let's talk about starting from last night, because the rumor is that Dawn was picked up at 11. I cannot confirm that because one, I wasn't there, and two, everybody who I talked to out there didn't see that happen. So that's not something that I would just put out there without, having somebody who I trust actually see it happen. But at the same time, something did definitely happen last night. So whenever I got the call, it was 1:03. And then my source got the call just before that. So the neighbor, Dawn's neighbor, called the source and told the source what was going on. And then they called me, and the source left, got out of bed, left, went over there, went to the neighbor's house, and said that there was a sheriff's deputy car there, and he could hear the stuff going on at the top of the hill. And at this point, the neighbor and the source were there together at her home. And this is the neighbor that we're going to be talking to later.
So the source went to the neighbor's house?
Yes.
Are they dating?
Absolutely not.
I'm sorry. I like to speculate.
That absolutely is not the case. She's 70. I believe is the number I was told, the age I was told, 70. Could be a little older. She has been, hold on, chat's going fast. I wish I knew how to pin comments.
Okay, my chat is not going fast. So
I just seen something from Tiffany. I want to read it.
Oh, there she is.
Okay, I'm just gonna look at my phone. Obviously, guys, I'm not a professional YouTuber. I have
Oh, yes, you are.
No. Don B just said, Don Rose picked up.
Hey, Meiko.
Gina Jennings says, Tiffany, I've been out all day and apologize. I couldn't answer you. It's funny.
Tiffany said she's confirming it for 100.
I'm glad that Dawn was arrested and extradited to Boston. Yes. See? Oh, yes.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
All right. Validation.
That is cause for celebration.
Yes.
That's why before we went on, I'll just let everybody know right now. My husband is, look, he's downstairs. He's got the kids. I am not to be bothered. I brought up 2 beers and I am sipping on one right now. I am celebrating because every time I think about it, I start getting tears in my eyes. Like, this is going on too long.
For real. For real. I feel, I don't know why, and I said this before, and I think people think I'm bananagrams, but I just feel like summer is with us still in this realm.
That would be amazing.
Well, that's what everybody wants to happen.
With everything, I mean, just, okay, so whenever I think of it in terms like that, it's more like, no, she hasn't been found. There's been no proof. I'm with Scott H on this. Me and him don't agree on every bit of each other's theory, but we will both agree that there's no evidence that she's gone. There's also no evidence that she's here. And I think
right,
I prefer to lean to she's here. But I don't know. I really hope that what, there is truth in what Don says whenever he said, I think that some well-to-do lady brought her over far away and she's living in a really nice place. Like, I really hope that he said that because there's truth to it, which I don't know.
Well, he's been mentioning Mexico, and that's looking like a viable option.
Right.
It's weird, you guys. It's really, really weird.
So the whole cartel thing, right? And look, if you are in the cartel and you're listening to me, I don't know nothing about you, so don't come for me.
Yeah, we mean no harm.
Carry on with your nefarious activities. But what I heard was that Don told the shares that he owed money to the cartel. I don't know if the shares reported this to TBI. It's possible that they're double agents. I don't know. But that he told that somebody heard him telling voices behind the wall that he owed money to the cartel and he thinks they took her. And I just didn't put much weight on it because it came out so soon.
Right.
First of all, I knew about it before it came out. So I was like, why are they waiting to say this? Like, why are they leaking it now? And then I was like, well, maybe they're doing it as a smokescreen because the whole 3:30, 35 minutes missing thing came out. And I don't know, just maybe they were trying to distract from that. I don't know. Tiffany, if you're still here, you have a link in Discord if you wanted to join, by the way.
Didn't Don say that stuff about the cartel when he was on one of his little drinking benches?
I remember him saying that he ran drugs. Remember he said that to Chris, and he said, but that doesn't really work out whenever you're what do you call himself, a junkie? Do you call himself a druggie?
Right.
Yeah, he was talking about how bad a dope pusher he was or something. And So, there's a little bit of truth in everything.
Yes.
When people are trying to cover up, sometimes their mind makes them say some truth in there.
Yeah, and that's also easier. That's an easier way to get away with lying is when you intertwine it with a little bit of truth, because then I guess your micro expressions aren't coming through as fully deceitful. And I just want to say this right now that the behavior panel was not correct in this case, in my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah. Me too.
Sorry for laughing, but I find it funny.
Well, win a few, lose a few.
Wow. I was addressed. And what they told me was, because I was on a different YouTube profile, and they were like, we're going to take anything you say seriously. Wow.
Okay.
This was a long time ago. This was the day that they dropped it. I sent them paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs. And that's the response I got. Okay, somebody else needs to join because viewers is at 666 and join your
Oh, Lord, help us. That's not okay. Help us, Lord.
Yeah, we need that to change.
Let's do 777.
Yeah, let's do that. It was
Yes,
at 8
please.
a minute ago. I don't know. Let's see. Is Tiffany still here? Tiffany, are you going to join for a little bit or no? 694. There we go.
I see so many lovelies in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I mean, we got a BS detector in here. I mean, I've been looking for one of those.
423 Chase is in the chat. He says,
yay.
Why did sheriffs lie today when we're out here 12 hours a day, busting our asses, trying to find the child? We don't need lies. Maybe they'll answer my next video for them. Please pray for Summer. Yes. Let's just put that in the universe right now that they're going to have a come to Jesus moment with the YouTube community because it's sick.
They're scheduled to do a live tonight.
Oh, let me guess what.
Uh-oh. Where did you go?
What did she drop out on us?
I don't know. For a second, it was quiet. So I was like, wait, did I go somewhere?
Oh.
True. Where are you? I don't know.
I opened up my...
Oh, there you are. No.
I call her TCC.
Okay. Yes, Jen. See, this is Libby. How are you doing? Hey, Maito. Hey, Smokey. You know who you are. Oh, goodness. Yes, Robin. We do love you, Summer Wells.
Yes, we do. Oh, she's got. Well, how is that?
I don't know. How are we fine on here? Aren't we somehow? That's weird.
That's
Okay.
weird.
TCC is having Wi-Fi issues, everyone. So we're gonna have to keep you entertained here. Do you have any jokes? Just kidding. Run the show for a while. I mean,
okay,
I know, maybe it's a poor taste, but I feel like we can joke now because we're headed somewhere, guys. We're headed somewhere here. We're gonna find something out.
So depressing, and such a hopeless feeling. And now we have some hope of everything coming to light.
Yes.
And there was she's showing my post I made today about the custody thing where Don Wells is. And so if anyone in the chat has any questions about that, I've got my other phone open here where I can see the chat now because I couldn't see it on this one. So
well, I have a question for you because when I looked it up, because I looked too, and I saw not in custody, I was like, okay, because it doesn't say yet. I wish it did. I wish it said yet, because then it would have been clear to me as a layperson because I don't know the language. Yeah. So how do you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me explain it.
Okay.
I have a good friend who helps me with research, and she is friends with a U.S. Marshal. And what happens is when they pull somebody up like that and take them to one of those like Fort Devens, which has to do with child trafficking. It's also a medical facility, but it's not just a hospital facility. It's a, where they retain these people. Okay. Not in custody yet means that they're there, but they haven't been jailed. That means they're being interrogated.
Okay.
They can do that for up to 24 hours before they have to do something with him. But once they get there, they have to log him in. And that's why he has that number. Now, someone said something.
Hold on one second. Where did that go? There was a comment
about the 081 is Utah extension. That is probably true, but you see, it can't be the Junior Wells that is the SA,
right,
or the SO,
right,
because it would have a release date.
Well, it also lists his age. It lists his age.
Yes, as 56, white male. That's our Don's age.
That's our Donnie.
not 34 like the son. I think that's his age. But anyway.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Right. And I don't think that they would act this fast on Jeannie's intended filing because it has to go through a whole different process. She's got to give testimony. It has to go before a grand jury. There has to be a trial. You know what I'm saying? That's too soon for that. People are saying, no, this isn't connected to Summer. I believe it is. Okay. And that's my story.
Well, how would anyone know what it's related to?
Right.
Is my question. I'm willing to listen, but
yeah, because of the fact that the unit where he's at has to do with child trafficking, and that has to do with the missing and exploited children's unit that was there from the beginning when Summer went missing. People forget about that. They say TBI, but they called in that special unit under the FBI. So that's
who this is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's connected to this there at Fort Devens.
Okay.
So
well, thank you. I'm so glad you're here to explain that business to me because I'm clueless. She's back.
And Tiffany's saying that this doesn't have anything to do with Jeannie, and she's right because it's.
Oh, right.
Okay, I see.
Sorry.
She is back.
Yeah, because if it had to do with Jeannie, he would be in Utah.
Exactly.
Whatever I did, it deserved a kiss.
Thank you. Hey, I thought this was G-rated over here.
I don't even think he knows what he did, but he fixed it.
Okay.
I said, what did you do? How did you fix it? He said, I don't know, but whatever it was, I deserve a kiss.
And see, Ellen J is saying the FBI court team, which was sent to there to check out Summer's disappearance, they are in Boston, which I'd already checked out. She's correct. So this has to do with Summer's disappearance.
Hey, TCC, is that what we're calling you now?
I don't really care.
Or it should be do you have a way to put a banner?
I have no idea. See, that's why I want to switch. That way Tiffany can teach me how to use it. Because I have no idea.
Can Tiffany or somebody, a mod, pin a comment? Not that anyone's going to read it, but people keep asking like the same question. So
what is the same question?
If Don is in custody somewhere.
Well, I sent Tiffany a link on Discord, and if she wants, she can join and set that record straight because no one would know besides her any better than law enforcement because she is in there, let's move here.
So, okay. Just to clarify, we're talking about Boston, Mass?
Right. Not
because
Boston, Tennessee.
That's the closest.
Yeah, see, Boston, Tennessee is a little, it's not even an incorporated city, and it's near Franklin, Tennessee, and there's no FBI facility there. When they say Boston, they're talking about the card unit in Massachusetts. That's the Fort Devens is linked to that.
Okay, people are asking, please, someone clarify, is 081 Utah or Massachusetts? It's Massachusetts, right?
Well, it might be because when they get through with him, they're going to send him to Utah. Somebody keeps saying that the 081 extension on his number that he's been assigned there has to do with Utah. Well, it could be the fact that he is from Utah. I don't know.
Okay, Lindsay D says it's a Utah federal code. I don't know, but I feel like we should try to verify that.
Yeah.
Did Tiffany say if she's going to join or not? Can you guys see chat?
Yeah, but it's moving too fast for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's saying, Tiffany, please come up on panel. Yes, I wish you would, hon. Come up here and tell everybody because you're at the ground floor with this. Let's see. Okay.
Sorry, guys. If I get quiet, I'm texting somebody out there.
Okay.
Oh, I found federal inmate register codes.
Okay.
So here I go. And what is it again? What's the number? 081?
It's 081.
Oh, shiz.
What happened?
That's Utah.
Yeah. Yep.
Well,
and then Jen C says it's Boston there.
So why wouldn't we think that has to do with Jeannie? Is my question.
Well, because it has to do with child trafficking. It's the headquarters for child trafficking, the FBI headquarters for child trafficking. He did not traffic Jeannie,
But why would it have an 081 attached to him then?
Well, maybe it has to do with where he was born.
I don't think he was, I don't know where he was born, but he's lived in many places.
I know, but I think he's from Utah. I think that's that. I don't know. I don't have access to his social security number, so I wouldn't know. where, but it has something to do with that.
Okay.
Where the
I think
person is
Tiffany's coming up here to
negotiating.
set us
Oh,
straight.
good. All right.
Guys,
Yes.
Yes.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
How can you hear me? Because the thing isn't even turned on. My switch, that little blue toggle, it's turned off.
Well,
oh, were you trying to mute yourself?
No, but I was about to tell you that Restream is telling me to refresh my page, and if you guys can hear me, I am not gonna refresh.
Okay.
Right.
Can
Please
everyone
understand.
hear TCC?
Yeah, somebody said 081 might be the law enforcement code. I really can't answer that other than I know he is from Utah. He said he was from there, like he was born there. So,
Okay, so that
I'm
could
just
be.
saying.
Okay. Where did she go? She fell again.
I don't know, but this is funny. See, I'm having this deal with Restream. It's saying the mobile device support is limited. Switch to a desktop computer.
Oh no.
Well,
okay, here comes Tiffany. But we won't be able to let her in. So hopefully,
Oh,
I need her
Jesus.
to. I'm going to call her True. Hopefully, True is on her way back. Lisa said something's on the news. Is it right now, Lisa? Yes. 081 is Utah. Yes.
Yeah.
But we just don't know why. Whether it's because, So, okay. I don't know.
Somebody said it was his original phone number, whatever that means.
Oh, okay. I could see that. Like that's his number from before when he was in prison. So he keeps the same number.
Right.
That
Yeah,
makes
I'm
sense.
sure that's what it is.
Somebody's probably listening who knows exactly what it means, and they're probably like, these damn wits. Tiffany's backstage, but we can't let her in because we don't have power.
Yeah, we don't have the
We're
power. to let her
powerless.
in. We're just here. We're just stuck with being co-host. I hope she
Doing
can
all
get
the
back
work,
on here.
I might add. True keeps falling.
Oh, goodness.
No, she's so awesome the way she got, she's got all these people talking, and it's fantastic. It's just fantastic.
Okay, Dodie Redding says the prison number stays the same. Okay, just like
Well,
your
look at-
social security number. Yeah.
We were
okay.
right. Good on us.
Yeah. All right. So you learn everybody, by the time everybody contributes their thing, we have the whole picture because everybody knows something. That's what's so neat about doing true crime and everybody collaborating.
Yep, and playing nice in the sandbox.
That's right. Being nice to each other. I mean, we put out these theories and stuff and our hypotheses, and somebody's always wrong, but then somebody's right. But then, if you don't share ideas, you just like in a vacuum.
Yes. Tunnel vision.
Yes.
Where to Jesus?
Hello.
If we start, this is see. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So if this I want everybody to know that if this stupid laptop and this stupid internet messes up while we're talking to this neighbor, I want everybody to know it is being recorded, and I will post it later, and I will try to go live again. Look, this is not my thing, so I'm doing the best that I can, and apparently I'm just gonna have to hurry up and be able to go live from my phone because me and laptops do not mix well. Sorry, they just don't.
Well, can you let Tiffany in your back, or
is she in?
Yeah, she said she's backstage.
Oh, hey, sorry, it kept telling me to reload. Okay, there we go. Hello.
Hey, is my sound okay?
You're super quiet.
Well, don't tell her that.
Oh, wow.
It's a little quiet.
How do I fix the sound on here?
I can hear you, and as long as people in chat can hear you, then that's all that matters.
Then who cares if Libby can hear you?
I can hear her. I mean, she's just really soft spoken, so.
Okay.
I'm just gonna jam my earbuds into my
How
ears
is
further.
this? Is this better?
Maybe it's your dog.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I just changed it to a better. It was in regular, and I changed it to the the regular one I usually use. Okay, great.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Hey, how are you?
I can hear you now.
I'm so sorry. I got a message saying that you needed me earlier, but I was out. I was running errands all day. I've been out all day. I'm so sorry, and I don't even know what you needed me for. I apologize.
I'm gonna have to look back I might have just been telling you something.
It's okay.
I might have just been telling you something. I did send you a link. Let me look at my messages.
You're good.
Okay.
No worries.
I see your message, Emery. Thank you, honey.
How do I make Tiffany's face big?
Don't make my face big. Leave it where it is. Oh,
Okay.
Jeannie's in your chat.
Aww.
Yeah.
Aww. Hello.
Everybody
and thank
throw
you so
up
much
some
for
love for
coming.
Jeannie, please. Throw some hearts in
Jeannie.
there.
You're,
love
you're
it.
amazing.
Bless your heart.
We love you. Oh my gosh, I love you so
Justice
much.
for Jeannie.
Justice
right.
for Jeannie. Jeannie's strong. She says that she hasn't officially filed yet, so it has to be about Summer.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Oh my gosh.
Bless
Oh,
your heart,
wow.
Jeannie. We love you.
We do. Everybody
Yes.
does.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay,
You're
so
my
Tiffany,
hero.
Yeah.
let us know what has been going on today, please, and clear up rumors and speculation.
Well, I guess the only thing that really needs to be cleared up is that, you know, Don really did get arrested and he really was extradited to Massachusetts, and it's not a lie. And that's for certain.
And do we know what became of Miss Bly?
She's still at home, I believe,
Okay.
as far as I know.
All right.
I mean, I
ask
don't know. You really never know. Things could change from minute to minute or hour to hour, but I believe Candace is still at home.
Okay, so do you know what time? Because there's a rumor going around saying that he was arrested at 11 last night.
I thought that it was a little bit later, like into the early hours of the morning, but sure, it could have been. It totally could have been.
Okay, so the thing that we're gonna talk to the caller about, the neighbor. She called a source.
Oh, you have a neighbor coming up?
Yeah, a Danielle neighbor.
Oh wow. Okay.
She's the one that. Oh my God! Don't start this again. Oops, something went wrong. Try reloading your page. Are you?
Oh, girl.
Anyway.
Do you know how to use StreamYard?
I don't have it though. Like, I don't.
It's super easy. If you ever want to learn, I'll teach you. I mean, right now wouldn't be the appropriate time, but what's happening with it? Is it giving you trouble?
It just keeps saying something went wrong. Try reloading the page. I'm just gonna take off chat. Maybe chat's throwing it off. I don't know. I'm just gonna take off chat.
Did it kick you out?
Not yet. It hasn't. It's the signal is yellow. It was green. Now it's yellow. We are getting a lot of wind. We are under a tornado watch, by the way. So that might have something to do with it.
If you need anything, just let me know. I can help you. If you, God forbid, can't stream or something, I can open my panel up.
Okay, great.
You need
and then
anything,
I'll try to hop on there. I don't even know how to hop on anywhere by phone, but if something happens to the stream and we all get booted or something like that, then I'll just come on your panel and put the call on your channel.
Yeah, no problem. If you need anything, it's fine.
Before I do get kicked out, I'm green again. Great. It must be the wind because the neighbors outside furnitures are going crazy. So,
oh my God.
But it's okay. It's not about this tornado. This is about Summer.
Look at the love in the chat for me. That's so beautiful. The chat's so good to her.
I love it. So the call came to me at 1:03, and the person said, the neighbor just called me. I'm going over there now. And I was like, oh my God. So I stayed up till like 4 or later, waiting for a reply. But there's no service. There's no signal over there in that area. So I was like listening to the police and just waiting for something. And I know like the base would be like, they would call an officer. They're like, base. And I'm like, come on, officer, respond. Say something to base.
They probably kept it off the scanner because it had to do with them. I'm pretty sure they've got it set up that anything that comes in about them goes private. So that's probably why you didn't hear anything.
Yeah. So what happened was, as far as I know, and I don't have all the details because we haven't talked to the neighbor yet. This is what this live is all about. So she heard some stuff and looked out the window and saw Candace running down the road. And she thought she saw Dawn following. And this is just what I'm told, and she's going to tell us her whole thing. And this is just, I guess, a preview of what she's going to say. But she said she thought she saw Dawn following behind Candace. However, it turned out to not be Dawn. Somebody else came down the driveway. Ooh. So there was 3 people in the mix.
Okay.
And,
was it a male? It was a male.
I do think so. This is how it was relayed to me that she originally thought Dawn was following behind Candace, but then somebody else came down the driveway who I thought was. This is how it came off to me. Is she thought that person coming down the driveway was Dawn. So then she knew that the person following Candace couldn't have been Dawn, and it was another woman. And she started arguing and fussing with this other woman. And whenever the source got there, there was a sheriff's deputy there, and they could hear commotion and arguing and stuff going on the top of the hill. So we're going to hear about that from the neighbor. And she also, the source told me that she would let Candace and the kids sleep over at her house on many occasions to get away from Dawn. Wow. So this will be
bless her heart
interesting.
To get away.
I don't know if this is the same neighbor that that heard the same, but I don't know. We can ask her when she's on the phone. And I'm really glad you guys are here because I did not expect this interview to happen. I didn't ask for it to happen. It was suggested and she agreed. So I don't have like a million questions lined up to ask. So, the more minds, the better.
So we'll unmute when you go on. Is it going to be on your phone?
Yeah, she doesn't have a cell phone. So I I think the source is gonna be letting her use the phone, or we might be using her landline. I'm not sure yet which call is gonna come in, but yeah. And I'll just hold the phone. I'll have it on speaker, and I'll just hold it up to my mic.
True, you're gonna get a lot more people in here soon.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
You want to give your mods some direction?
It's pretty simple. If there's anybody creaming their panties for Dawn, kick them out, ban them. And if there's anybody
Don't
in here,
ever say that again.
if there's anybody in here on the voices behind the drywall bandwagon simping for them, kick them out. If there's any skeezers in here, kick them out. Like,
No
this is not about them.
No simping, skeezing, or creaming up in here.
Right. That is not what this is for. I don't want to see not one person saying, oh, well, you don't know. Shut up. Okay.
Yay. Justice for Jeannie.
Yes.
Yes.
Justice for Summer. And we need to find Summer.
Amen.
Find Summer.
You're gonna find her. I really truly believe they're gonna find her.
I think that because Dawn is out of the picture, that Candace will be able to speak freely. And the reason why I think that she hasn't been able to is because if you remember at the one prayer vigil that Dawn showed up to and got out of the car, and everybody was sitting there showing him support and giving their sympathies and, you know, quoting scripture to him and blah, blah, blah. And he was like, oh yeah, thank you. And, you know, it's been hard. Everybody's coming after me. And, you know, he let that go on for like 15 minutes. And then as soon as one person showed the slightest bit of compassion to Candace, he shut it down. He said, all right, well, you know, we got to go. And what was the woman telling her? Nobody can tell you you're a bad mom. This isn't your fault. We support you. And he said, okay, you know, I had to cut it short, but we got to go. And Candace was like, I'm not going to say Candace is like mom of the year or anything like that. I'm not going to say that I support her life decisions before, during, or after becoming a mother. But you can see that she is obviously distraught whenever people are showing her compassion, something she is not used to. I'm just going to say that much.
Right.
I don't think Candace is going to. I think she's ride or die for Dawn. I don't think that she's going to change her feelings. I don't think that him not being there is going to change anything. I think that she has a very codependent relationship with him, and I don't know. I don't think she's
I do see the codependence for sure, 100.
Oh, yeah.
But remember in that last live with that phone call that was on Voices where she was in the background calling him an effing a-hole. I think possibly if the right person gets to her to question her.
Maybe. I don't think she's going to flip on him. I think she knows exactly what happened to Summer. That's just my opinion, though.
I mean, she probably does. It makes me feel very ill, but
I know
she probably does.
I go back and forth with my feelings about Candace. Sometimes I feel like really sympathetic towards her, and sometimes I'm just completely blown away by the lack of emotion for Summer that I've seen.
Right.
I'm
actually,
go ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
You're fine.
When she had that little outburst, you know, maybe it didn't have anything to do with Summer. Maybe it was because she got wind of these text messages between him and Denise or whoever, you know, this woman that he's telling that he loves.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why she's pissed.
I think that there's a lot more. I probably shouldn't say that. It's rude. I'll just keep my opinion to myself about it.
Fair enough.
Do y'all remember how Tiffany would never forgive Ziggy because Ziggy tried to put Summer's alleged bones on camera? So many weird things going on.
Tiffany.
I'm trying to not say everything that I think.
Yeah. I'm not used to that.
You know, we just don't know the inner workings thereof, you know, and how it works out between them and stuff. So
yeah.
Okay, someone's coming in.
Everybody put in the chat, you guys. Listen, slow down your chat using.
We lost her
because she's having trouble with her internet, and I know a lot of people are saying, can you slow the chat? But it's kind of hard to figure out when you're not used to streaming. She's not even up here. So if you're having trouble seeing the chat, just slow it down with your finger and it'll stop your chat. And you can scroll and you can control how fast your chat goes for the time being, just until she gets back up. I can walk her through how to slow her chat down and stuff, but we got to get her back up here first.
All right,
hang in there, you guys.
Okay.
You know what, guys? I tend to be a little sympathetic towards Grandis sometimes. I'm not saying she's not sus, but I showed you guys at one point, and I'll show you again. We could do it again. I have to go look for it. They did an actual online funeral for Candace's father, Kenneth. And it was quite beautiful, and I was able to see a different side of Grandis in there, even though she didn't speak or anything. And you could see like the more dynamics of that side of the family. And I just don't think, I think it's bad. I think it's really, really bad, but I don't think it's as bad as people say. When you hear the people talk about Candace's father and the community and how loved he was, yeah, it's generational and it's sad. I feel like whatever went on there with speculating essay and things like that definitely came from a generational thing, but I don't see not love. Somebody asked me in my comment section today, what did I think about Candace having a 10-year protection of order from her sister? I don't know nothing about that. I've never seen no evidence of that. I've never seen the order. I don't know that that's true. So I didn't comment on that because I have no comment to it. I didn't mean it to be rude. But if you leave me, I'm just going to let you guys know, if your comment goes unanswered sometimes and it's because you ask a question like that, it's because I don't have an answer or an opinion for that comment. I've never seen that. So I know that there's a rift between the two and they don't talk, and that the one sister has stayed extremely quiet. All the sisters, really. However, we also have to keep in mind that they have another family member that's missing. This is not their first rodeo, and they've already had drifts in the family because of the Christopher situation. So you have to like think of all that in the back of your mind. All that plays into their mentality and how they might react. You know what I'm saying? I tend not to make judgment on that because it's a lot of pain in that family. If they're not guilty, the last thing I want to do is be the person who's going to cause more by saying things about their siblings, fights, and that's just my opinion. You guys don't have to agree with me, and I would understand that, but just who I am. Okay, hold on.
People are offering to mod, but we don't have, she's not
yeah.
here.
So
So
here too, if you need anything.
is
Yeah.
there trouble in the chat?
No, I don't see anything. There's
No.
nothing that I see that's going on that raises any red flags that I can see.
Okay.
Someone said Don's going to roll on Candace. I think that that's far more likely than Candace rolling on Don.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's been trying to throw her under the bus the whole damn time.
He's been trying to throw anybody under the bus.
You know, another
Right.
thing is too, and I think it's important to say we have no idea what his ties to Massachusetts are. And I don't think anybody I've ever heard talk about him have ever discussed him having any kinds of connections to Massachusetts or anything like that. So what I'm thinking is, if this is related to Summer, what he was just picked up for, if it's related to Summer, I would imagine that whoever he has done dealings with would be connected to Mass, or something has gone on there, or this could be something completely unrelated, which I don't personally think it's completely unrelated, but on the off chance that it is, because we kind of have to take everything into consideration, right? We know that it's not about Jeannie, because Jeannie has admitted in the chat even that she hasn't even sat down to do what she needs to do yet. So we know that it's definitely not anything related to that, not yet.
Right.
But is there a possibility?
It's so funny you guys got me thinking about that now, because I was thinking about it the other day and didn't want to say anything, but I'm going to. Because, I can't keep it in. Grandma's brother Warren I can't remember the exact years, but I'm going to try. I think around about 1986 that happened, that he went to prison. People speculate that grandma went to Warren's when she left and she was there doing things for Warren. No. Grandma had a sister or something in Chicago. She didn't go to Wisconsin. When she left Candace's, there was a big hoorah because she was helping somebody in the family who had had a heart attack or something. And that's why she left. I also believe that it might have been too much for her, and that's why she left, or she knows something. I do find it odd that the police did not take her car. I'm not simping for grandma here, but I will give a benefit of the doubt that if she is innocent, that people tracked her movements wrongly, and they accused her going to her brother. Let's go back to Warren, 1986. I believe Candace was like 6 or 8 years old. Candace fits his charges. It's an opinion, and I'm speculating that Candace might have been his victim. I don't know that. I'm not going to force Candace to say that. But I don't think that grandma went to go help the brother. So I try not to entertain that. Okay.
See that he may have had some. Okay, so he talked about these drug cartel. Okay, so he's talking about the Mexican cartel, and he's talking about how he owed. Well, he was lent $50,000. He paid them back 30. He still owed them 20. Now, I'm wondering, you guys, like I'm thinking along the lines of, what if? And this is just completely speculation because we have no idea what's going on. I'm trying to understand the Massachusetts aspect of this. I'm trying to think are there any people that he deals with for work that might be connected to another business in Massachusetts, somebody that he might have been doing dealings with who might be from Massachusetts, a company? I don't know, anything. It could be a number of things. I'm just trying to understand what grounds he would be expedited to. I don't know why he'd be extradited to Massachusetts from Tennessee. It's so strange to me. Someone just asked, do I think Summer could be alive? I believe that there is a huge chance that Summer could be alive after the things that I've heard and seen. And I also believe that there's a huge chance that she could have been taken out of this world as well. I think that, I don't know. I'm very split down the middle at the moment. I've not had a lot of hope that she's been alive for the last month or so. But this morning that kind of changed. I think there's a huge possibility she could be alive. But I also think that there's a huge possibility she could have been collateral, and that really scares me for her.
I think there's a connection between all those people that came from the Northeast in October.
That could be as well. I don't know if any of them have connections to Massachusetts, but
Pretty
no,
close
it's not
to New
Boston,
York.
Tennessee. Literally, it's Boston, Massachusetts. It's confirmed 100%. It is not Boston, Tennessee. Hold on one sec. I have to mute. I apologize.
Well, I'd like to say that the FBI card center is this, and that has to do with the trafficking division of the FBI. So that may it has something to do with that. We don't know.
So
what
you're thinking it's the card team?
They're in Boston, so that's what I think. This could be wrong, but I'm just investigating, and they're out of Boston. So
yeah, well, how many? See, but that's how many different locations do they have? Does anybody know? The card team, don't they have the is a child abduction rapid deployment?
That's their
don't
main.
they have multiple? It's their main office.
Yes, that's the main one.
Okay.
So
Let me actually look up and see how many offices they have.
Okay.
Let me see. Because they never just.
I think all those guys and that Jose guy are part of all of this somehow.
You do?
Well, that could be. That was kind of
And the money. Kinda. I think that was crazy strange. Who?
Yeah.
What? Under what circumstances would 14 strangers ever come and just squat in your house for a day, but then leave? There was really no explanation about it other than it just was the most bizarre thing I've ever.
Yeah. Did you see to pull their videos today?
What? What do you mean they pulled their videos?
Yes,
what do you mean?
I'm looking.
Well, they were supposed to go live and they're not going now, I guess.
Oh,
they canceled it.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting.
Okay. That's okay. Listen, you know what? The way I see it is we'll just everybody be super patient because they have to do what's best for Summer. And if they need a week or a month to get through all this and to put out the information that they see fit when the time is right for them, we're all willing and ready to wait for that for Summer. No matter what, we have to hold in and wait for her. They have to make sure that they put her first. And that's what this is all about. So it sucks, right? You want to hear from them. But if it takes waiting, it takes waiting. And we'll be here.
Well, we just don't have a choice.
And if it means
Yeah.
right, and if it means that we find her, we have a chance to save her. But now, Drew said that he's reading messages from sources. So I don't know what she's going to come on here and say, but right now she's on the phone with Scott.
Oh, okay. Oh, with Scott H. Yeah, I like him a lot.
Prairie
Yeah,
Boy still
he's
has
really
a
nice.
streaming schedule for tonight.
General Jones, I checked Fort Devens. He's not there, and if he is, he hasn't been listed. I checked.
What somebody said, Donald Wells. Where the heck did that go? I lost it.
I think what happened, you guys, is that Voices might have texted with Candace and not have realized that it wasn't Don, and she probably really thought that it was Don. I don't think that she talked on the phone. I think she texted with Candace, and maybe Candace did not want to talk about him being gone. You know, she might be trying to keep things hush hush is all, but that's just my opinion. I don't think that Voices actually spoke with him because they would have known that when I put up the post that I did this morning, I had verification very early this morning that this had happened, and there's no way possible that they were able to talk to Don. There's just no way.
Yeah, I didn't see that stream, so I don't know what everyone's talking about with that.
I didn't watch it, but I listened because I was out and about. But they were just very adamant that he did not get arrested, that they just spoke several hours ago, and there's absolutely no way that that's possible.
Okay, and I wanted to address somebody in chat, and it's probably a whole bunch of people. I've already called Hawkins County, and he's definitely not at the county jail.
Oh, no.
Just put that out there.
He's not.
But people are asking, so.
Oh, you called them?
I did.
Oh, wow.
I
Yeah.
sure did.
Yeah, no, he was flown to Boston.
Wow. So how would that go?
Absolutely, Tiffany. He was absolutely flown to Boston, wasn't he? Can you tell me why you did this? Please? He was flown to Boston. Meanwhile, there's a big fight up on the hill and Chase is on his way there and they're going to interview the neighbor. Like, I really don't even know how much more we need to listen to of this. I think I've proven my point. Now we got the same people being accused of that night because they posted this in June, I believe. I believe that, but this actually happened in 2021. Okay. The 6 months prior. That matches up. Guys, this is what I've been trying to point out all this time. Is this bullshit right here. It's funny to me that they all want to start covering this shit now, but they're not even doing it right. Like, I want them to cover this, but I don't want them to start terrorizing each other and throwing accusations at each other. That's not how you untwist shit. That's not how you help shit. And I don't understand why you guys are doing this shit. It's funny, we laughed about it, but really, is it funny because we're Summer?
I keep them out of it.
I know Vicky Dykes. She hung around Vicky Dykes there for a while.
Vicky Dykes.
Yeah, I don't think that she's been questioned or nothing, but she hadn't lived around. She used to live when you get there in the holler and you turn up the main road,
Mhm.
the first house on the left. That's where they hung out a lot. Wales used to go out there and drink with Vicky's old man, which is Bill Benton. See, he got arrested down here
Bill Benton.
about 6 months ago, so at the Waleses.
Really?
Yeah.
For what? 6 months ago?
Yeah, about 6 months ago.
After Summer went missing? For what?
They had the party.
The night of the hoax call, guys. And let's not forget the woman chasing Dawn down the hill, or the women chasing Dawn down the hill. There was so much more to this. They're trying to twist it and change it right now, change dates and everything. Now there's a metal pipe involved, or it's a different day or a different incident, and chasing's running from them. Don't let them do this. Don't believe their bullshit, please. Because what it does is it just muddies the waters in Summer's case even more. It's not the correct way to cover this. Tiffany, shame on you. Fred admitted to having Summer scent on his truck. Think about that.
Or something what I gathered or heard, you know, they just had some kind of party or something other, and I don't know, they supposed to like 5 or 6 of them beat him up or something and called law on him or something.
And this was at 110? This was at 110 Ben Hill?
Yeah.
Bill Benton.
Yeah.
Do you have a pen out here? I wish I would have brought. It's not a big deal. I just.
Yeah. Good deal. Go to.
Oh, you're talking about Billy Benton.
Oh,
From over on Light Holler.
oh, well, isn't Billy Benton with Vicky?
They was together, but not no more.
Oh.
Did he stay with Grandma some?
I think so.
Oh, okay. Okay. Billy Benton, yeah. I heard of him because that's who.
Bullshit, Laura. Bullshit. He did not. And I ain't ever even spoken to the man, and I can tell you he didn't.
Who Fred told me that is somebody that I should talk to is Billy Benton or that Vicky Benton. Isn't her last name Benton? Weren't they married at one time?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Oh, by the way, hey, Laura, do you know somebody who is Wild Bill?
You asked me that. Billy Benton?
Wild Bill is Billy Benton?
Yeah.
Okay. Did I
I
say
think.
Lady R, since you've been coming to my chat, I wish Kirst was in here. I wish that I could get all my original chatters in here. How many times have I tried to cover this? If you guys are going to cover it right. Come on, man. Do it together instead of apart. Don't throw attacks at each other. What are y'all doing? Even before people was coming to my chats, this is what I was talking about. Along with the children in the mountains, the dog fights, all these people are connected to all of that. They're all the same fucking people. I don't get it. It's like, I shouldn't have researched these people the way I did. However, I did. I have an educational opinion on them after years and years of looking at the relationships. Did I go deep into their family dynamics? No, I didn't have to. The burn barrel did that. I went by what Miss Linda told me. You guys still don't even know all the, even Ziggy, who's married to Fred, does not understand the connections here. Why is Fred lying to his wife? Like, every single one of these people could sue the fuck out of me. You know what I mean? I wouldn't blame them if they did. However, I'm not here to attack them. I'm here to show that this shit has been ridiculous since day one. And if there was a fight concerning Bill Benton, then the truth needs to come out. Not somebody was chasing him with a 3-foot, 3.5-inch aluminum pipe, which, by the way, aluminum bends. That's like what your fucking gutters are made out of. Would he hit him with a gutter? It wouldn't have hurt him the way Fred's saying. It would have bent. Aluminum bends. I have been covering the hell out of this shit. How dare them get up here and try to switch it all up and change it. Jody Sue go over there and say I was attacking these people. No, that's what they're doing right now. And I'm pointing it out because I'm not going to be the fucking blame for this shit ever. She's over there, Crystal Sims, Crystal Sims, Crystal Sims. Jody Sue, stop your bullshit. You've seen Karen come in here. I've had conversations with Karen about this shit. I know what the relationships are. Fred. I didn't go look for the clip yet. I've played it. Rick Crawford never said what went down in the holler that night, did he? Now you're saying Bill Benton said that. What in the fuck? I can't take you people. In my honest opinion, none of yous have a fucking noggin. I don't know if this is made up or what, but you can't be serious. This is a real life missing child. Why can't you people cover this shit responsibly? Tiffany, I've been begging you to come back in summer, cover Summer. I want you to cover her like you did week 1. Before all these fucking bullshit people came out here and started all this shit. Benny, I want you to come out here and be truthful. You owe it to Summer Wills and her community. If you want to come out here swinging at me, listen here, bearded motherfucker, I'm ready. Okay? But I would prefer that if you're going to come out here swinging at me, that at least you start covering Summer's case responsibly. Because what the fuck y'all are doing right now is insane. It's insane. It's changing original stories. Trying to cleanse. Jody's right about that. What part you played in what? You sat on that panel while Chase, and in my opinion, Linda, went hunting down an elderly lady. Her family had to stop it. This woman passed away not too long after, didn't she? Please stop your shit. I know it sounds crazy for me to agree with Jody, but you are causing harm to their community. This caused harm. Now you want to go attacking everybody the Wills were ever friends with. I'm not saying that these people maybe didn't have shady dealings or shady pasts or aren't suspects. I'm not saying that. They were close to the Wills. What I'm saying is you're not looking at things that may point that direction. Instead, you're throwing completely ridiculous accusations, which shows that it's not true. This isn't fucking NASCAR. Nobody was driving down the street doing wheelies and burnouts in the fucking middle of Beach Creek. The other neighbors would have heard it. The police would have came. Please stop your bullshit. It's ridiculous. Let's finish this off, then I'm going to get going because you know hubby gets off at 6. I want to make breakfast, or I don't even think I have anything here for breakfast today. I got to go food shopping so badly, guys. I might take some time to do that, and I didn't even cover Duty Ron, which I wanted to do in EquiSearch. But we're here because these people are causing confusion and for some reason don't want that all looked into. However, I do need to go back and re-listen to when Jody Sue's daughter was on tonight because I think it's important. Okay? And I think all of you should too, instead of sitting there saying, oh, we don't understand Jody. There are clues in what she says. What I don't understand is why she also caused confusion and didn't just come out and tell a story like they were wiggling the doorknobs and we didn't want them on the property. If that's the case, and that's why Andy was throwing a fit. However, I don't believe that to be true right now. But I'm going to go back and re-listen to that when I get off of here. And because I've slept so late, I might actually come back and do Duty Ron in the morning for the morning crew. Okay? Maybe mid-morning. But let's finish listening to this Bill Benton shit. Then I'm going to bid my farewell for the night. And y'all can go on with your days of our lives, fucking Ben Hill style bullshit on your all's own.
Okay. Well, I asked you who Drunk Billy was. I didn't know if they were the same person.
I think it's some person, but if it's not, well, it's Billy Shipley. It'd be the only one.
Okay, so if it's not Billy Benton, it's Billy Shipley.
Yeah.
Is Billy Shipley would he be?
No. He's a drunk.
Okay.
He don't even drink much anymore, really. He smokes a lot of pot. A lot of pot.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. In my opinion, anyways.
I mean, even the cadaver dogs have struck all the way up my driveway. But see, Dawn had been here.
Yeah. So you told TBI that Don had been here that day?
Yeah. I mean, the cadaver dog, they was here when talking to me, and they come up the road, and it was hitting about the bridge right there hard. They come up the road and went all the way up to that farthest vehicle you see on top and was hitting on it. They never even opened the door, but they ain't nothing in. I've looked.
All right, guys. I'm going to bid good night to you guys and let you go to sleep for those that have been here all night. Thank you, the 52 of you in the bushes, those that will be back to watch the replay, for being here. Click the like. I hope you start looking at things with your brain. Good night, Karen. Much respect for you too, honey. We're going to talk. And I will talk to Karen in the background. I'm done with this shit, dude. I'm so done with this shit. I'm going to call and talk to you because this has gone too far. It really has. We're going to talk. I'm going to call you soon. Wait. I'm not going to promise that right now because I still got to contact Lisa Danny's mom. I've been really bad. YouTube's been really driving me crazy this last week. I'll call you within a week, okay? But peace and love. I might be back, maybe a coffee crew, and we can go over Duty Ron if anybody's up. If not, you guys can watch the replay, and then I'll be back tonight to go over another part of Duty Ron if YouTube isn't crazy. I'm not making any promises because I don't know what the fuck these people are doing. But guys, please try to think of this with your noggins. Okay? Look at what they're doing and see what makes sense. This isn't the Dukes of Hazzard. This is a missing baby. For anybody with information on Summer Walls, call 1-800-TBI-FIND. At some point in a little bit here, I'm going to share Summer's poster because I haven't in a couple weeks. Please share it. Okay? Peace and love. I'll see you later. Mwah. Bye.